on a consistent basis. So that's why we always say you better have really good hand signals. You got to have really good hand signals as you're at home, making sure everybody's working on the same page, because you don't get a lot of practice reps. This week they did, but also this is the group that got to play in the preseason. So several weeks ago, these guys played all the games. They played every snap. They get to come back out here again and play again. And we said they were playing for a job in the preseason. Now they're playing for a victory. They're playing to move this team forward in the right manner this year. And I like who's out there. I like some of these guys. I think they have really good instincts. I think it's going to be fun to watch them play and have an opportunity to show the coaching staff, hey, I deserve more playing time.
Well, as the Baltimore Ravens official clean energy partner, Constellation is proud to support another year of Sacks for Science. For each sack made by the Ravens this season, Constellation sends a school group to visit the Maryland Science Center. One lucky group wins the grand prize, a behind-the-scenes tour of M&T Bank Stadium with a special guest. To learn how your school can be part of Sacks for Science, visit BaltimoreRavens.com/Sacks for Science. So you have to make huge adjustments, as you were saying, Rodney, at every level of defense, because along with today's inactive list, you don't have Nnamdi Madubuike for the rest of the season. You talk about the fact that you have pre- and post-snap communication. You'll have a rookie wearing the green dot helmet.
Yeah.
That's the helmet that gets the call from the defensive coordinator. Is he also responsible for calling out what the strength of the offense is going to be? I mean, it seems like an awful lot on the plate of guys who are not used to playing that much.
Yeah, he will be asked to make that strength call, but then everybody can be together. I mean, if he's making the call and it's not correct, somebody has to correct him if they're on the field with him. But that's an easy thing to do. All you got to do is find the tight end, because where the tight end is at is where your close side is at. Normally that could be where the strength is at, depending if there's speed receivers to the other side. But yes, he's going to be that one to make those calls on a consistent basis throughout the day. He's been doing it. He did it at Cal. It's the same thing. It's the same formation that he's going to see.
He means Teddy Buchanan.
Teddy Buchanan that he's going to see here today. So he did it in college. He did it in high school. Can he do it here? Yes. Is it on a bigger stage? Yes. Is he getting a paycheck? Yes. But they're getting paid in college nowadays. So it's the same thing.
Good point.
So just go out there and have fun. At the end of the day, go play fast, because that's the one thing I'm not seeing. The speed of the defense this year comparable to the previous years, and the tackling in space has to improve. So I think these guys who got a lot of tackling in the preseason, they can go back out there and do it again.
Straight ahead, we talk to Ravens head coach John Harbaugh on the Ravens Game Day Network.
Nothing brings people together like good food and game day fun. That's why Royal Farms created the Tailgater. For just $20, you'll get our 8-piece mixed or 10-piece dark world-famous chicken, a family-sized order of Western fries, 4 buttermilk biscuits, and a 64-ounce Snapple tea. It's the perfect way to feed your crew, whether you're in the driveway, the backyard, or the stadium parking lot. So fire up the team spirit and bring home the Tailgater. Only at Royal Farms. Real fresh, real fast.
As a small business owner, you know how difficult it can be to find the right bank for your unique needs. At Fulton Bank, we're committed to helping you achieve your goals as you start, grow, and expand your business. Through our Empower Community Banking program, you'll work with an expert banker trained in supporting small businesses. Visit fultonbank.com/empower to learn more. That's fultonbank.com/empower. Fulton Bank, member FDIC.
The Maryland Energy Administration thinks your kid's school year shouldn't start in a cloud of diesel exhaust. That's why the Electric School Bus Grants Program helps school districts invest in cleaner electric buses. Electric buses deliver lower long-term fuel and maintenance costs for school districts and cleaner rides for our kids every day. Tell your school district to apply at energy.maryland.gov.
Hey Baltimore, get ready for the Ravens season with Lido Pizza's football deal. Get a famously fresh, square 18-inch Lido pizza with 1 topping and 12 jumbo wings for only $39.99. Founded in Maryland in 1955, Lido Pizza is a proud partner of the Baltimore Ravens. Place your order online today at LidoPizza.com. That's LidoPizza.com. And remember, Lido Pizza never cuts corners. You track every touchdown. Now track the traffic lights. Red means stop every time. A reminder from transportation.baltimorecity.gov. We put safety first. Go Baltimore.
This is Countdown to Kickoff, presented by Toyota. RAV4 is the official SUV of the Baltimore Ravens. Time to hear from Ravens head coach John Harbaugh. Here is Jerry Sandusky on the Ravens Game Day Network.
Coach, the storyline today starts at quarterback. Cooper Rush making his first start. I guess the good news is he had a whole week of preparation with the ones. How did that week unfold, and what do you look for today from Cooper Rush?
Well, I expect him to play really well. He had a great week of practice. It's good to have him all week in there with the guys, obviously. And he's been there before. He's a veteran quarterback. He's played in games before. He knows the offense. He's been in this offense, from the beginning of the offseason program. So, hey, we're all rallying around it. He's our guy. Let's go play ball.
Consistency has been a big theme over the last 18 years following a loss. Ravens, under you, have the best record in the NFL in that time period after a loss. What's the key for that resiliency continuing to get a win today?
For today, it's really just the guys. It's the guys being ready to go out there and fight. That's what we've been talking about. Let's go fight. Let's go fight, and let's play with some level-headed confidence. Let's play winning football, but let's get after it and fly around and fight. I'm excited about the opportunity to see these guys. I told the guys, head guys, stand up in the meeting. I said, who's not excited to see this guy? And this guy and this guy play? Who's not excited to see that? Who doesn't think they're going to play really well? So we're going to go out there and we're going to play them. I think these guys are going to play great football.
Coach, good luck today against the Texans.
Thanks, Jerry.
Coming up, we get you ready for kickoff of today's game. This is the Ravens Game Day Network.
You're not just a homeowner. You're also a bug in the basement with the frightening number of legs owner. Fortunately, you've got heating and cooling built and tested to keep going. American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, built to a higher standard.
Visit MidAtlanticComfort.com and bring home a new American Standard Heating and Cooling Unit, rated the highest in customer satisfaction year after year. Built to a higher standard, American Standard Heating and Cooling and MidAtlanticComfort.com. That's MidAtlanticComfort.com.
Touchdowns! On game day, there's nothing like tailgating, touchdowns, and Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Twisted Tea goes down smooth and tastes like real iced tea because it's made with real brewed tea. Cool, refreshing, and a 5% kick of alcohol. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Look for the bright yellow cans wherever you buy beer. Keep it twisted.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
Wawa hoagies are a winning pick for game day. Every hoagie is built to order with the ingredients you crave. Choose your favorite, like a toasty cheesesteak, meatball, or Italian. There's a hoagie for every mood and every appetite. Order ahead for pickup or delivery on the Wawa app. Planning for the game? Wawa Catering has you covered. Make your game day a winner with Wawa hoagies, snacks, and drinks. Order ahead at WawaCatering.com. Wawa is the official hoagie of the Baltimore Ravens.
Some things never go out of style, like trust, reliability, and driving a Toyota. Take the legendary Camry, defined by comfort and performance, or the smart and efficient Corolla, built to move you forward with style. Need muscle? The powerful Tundra is ready for big jobs and even bigger adventures. And the bold Tacoma, built to take on trails, highways, and everything in between. Hurry in. Offers end November 3rd. Toyota, let's go places.
Did your car get tackled? Family-owned Maryland Collision Center fixes it fast, and they work with all insurance companies. 9th location coming soon. Visit MarylandCollisionCenter.com.
It's time to get ready for kickoff on the Ravens Game Day Network.
M&T Bank Stadium on a sun-kissed Sunday in Baltimore. It's week 5 of the NFL season, and it's the Ravens and the Houston Texans this afternoon. Both teams brought huge expectations into the season, but both teams bring a 1-3 record into today. It's Cooper Rush at quarterback for the Ravens for the first time today. Rod, we know Lamar Jackson's value. The Ravens are 4-10 in games Lamar couldn't start because of injury. How do the Ravens mitigate Lamar's absence today?
Just go out there and play within the scheme. Cooper Rush, obviously the offensive line is not going to have to hold blocks as long with Cooper Rush comparable to Lamar, because Lamar wants to make big plays. He likes making those splash plays. I think Cooper Rush is going to be more of a rhythm quarterback, so it's going to be 1, 2, 3, get rid of the football. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, get rid of the football. So they get that better rhythm, getting everybody involved, run first offense to the play pass. That's what you've been for such a long time, and it's got you so far. Defensively, go out there and just play football. So I think if everybody just goes out there and do their job and have fun, they can come out there with a big smile at the end of the game.
Ravens fans, we ask you to visit BaltimoreRavens.com to enter for a chance to become a Southwest Airlines captain of the game. You can win tickets to a 2025 Ravens home game, custom jersey, Southwest Airlines Rapid Rewards bonus points, and a whole lot more. Time now for Rod's Keys to the Game, brought to you by Coppin State University.
All right, let's start with the offense. The run game must be efficient. And you got to get Derrick Henry involved early and often. You got to get turnovers. -2 so far in the 4 games, -2 differential through 4 games, which is not great. And lastly, get pressure on C.J. Stroud. You got to get pressure on Stroud on a consistent basis. Make him uncomfortable, make him throw the ball early or hold on to the ball and get some sacks. And since Van Noy is back, and let's see that leader lead.
Countdown to Kickoff is presented by Toyota. RAV4 is the official SUV of the Baltimore Ravens. Kickoff is next on the Ravens Game Day Network.
Air traffic controllers guide tens of thousands of flights every day, getting passengers and cargo to their destination safely. Aviation professionals always answer the call, but they can't do it alone. We must invest in modern equipment, facilities, and controller staffing. NATCA, we guide you home.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-9754. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-9754. That's 800-575-9754. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Must qualify for enrollment. Results may vary.
Every 65 seconds, someone in the United States develops Alzheimer's disease. Many don't even know it.
I just knew that I wasn't the high-performing person I used to be. Pieces of my past are being erased. I was lucky we caught this at the very earliest stages. I hope that my story can give other people hope. There is life to be lived. Increasingly, there will be treatments. We need to invest even more in research and finding treatments and cures.
Bright Focus Foundation's Alzheimer's Disease Research Program has invested more than $175 million in breakthrough research.
If your loved one or you yourself are sitting there thinking, something is wrong, I'm not who I used to be, you can get some answers and you can get them for free.
Call us at 1-855-345-6237 or visit us online at brightfocus.org/brainhealth to learn more.
My son Finn was born with congenital heart disease, causing him to spend the first 8 months of his life in the hospital. During that time, he endured 10 surgeries, including an open heart surgery. Starlight Children's Foundation has played an important role in my family's life. For 5 weeks when he was a baby, Finn lived in a Starlight Hero wagon. You could not understand the pure joy of having him go from a hospital bed into his favorite red wagon, especially when he was so little. The support that Starlight provides to families like mine is an integral part of creating happiness at a time when there's very little to be found. Learn more about how the Starlight Children's Foundation brightens the lives of sick kids by visiting starlight.org today.
The Morgan State University Choir with the national anthem as we get you set for the Ravens and the Texans here in Week 5. M&T Bank Stadium on an absolutely perfect weather day. Temperature 77 degrees, nothing to speak of in the way of wind, and not so much as the rumor of a cloud in the sky. So the weather is ideal. The records are not. Ravens at 1-3, Texans at 1-3. Texans captains starting to make their way out to the midfield shield logo. It'll be the Ravens captains. Tyler Linderbaum, TJ Tampa, Adafe Owe. Starting to walk out toward the midfield logo for the coin toss with our referee. Our referee today, Land Clark, will be the voice you'll hear on the mic. He'll be conducting the coin toss and hopefully won't have to weigh in too often as the proceedings get underway. Captain's meet and greet. Let's head down to the field and listen in to our referee, Land Clark.
Captain, what is your call?
Heads.
The call is heads. And it is tails. Baltimore, you've won the toss. Baltimore has won the toss and elected to defer. Houston will receive. Which way would you like to kick?
Which way we kicking? Kick that way.
Houston's choice this half, they will receive.
So the Ravens will have their defense on the field first, and you may not recognize the shape of this defense. Let me take you through the Ravens' starting defense. Up front, Travis Jones returns. That's a good nod there. John Jenkins at defensive tackle. Tavius Robinson and Adafe Owe on the edge. At linebacker, Teddy Buchanan, Jake Hummel, and Kyle Van Noy returns to the lineup today. The safeties, Malachi Starks, Ruben Lowry. The corners, Nate Wiggins and TJ Tampa. We pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Ravens Game Day Network.
WSBN Washington. ESPN 630, the sports capital. Your home for the Baltimore Orioles, the Baltimore Ravens, and UVA Sports.
Ravens wearing black helmets, purple jerseys with white numbers, purple pants with white and black striping. The Texans in their dark blue helmets, white jerseys with blue numbers, dark blue pants, white and red striping. Tyler Loop will handle the kickoff duties. He'll be kicking from our right to left. And deep for the Texans, Jalen Knoll and Tremon Smith. Tyler Loop has the ball on the tee. And we are underway in Week 5. End-over-end kick will be taken by Jalen Knoll inside the 5, brings it across the 10, fakes the reverse, weaves across the 25, gets around the tackler at the 30, and is forced out of bounds by Tyler Loop at the 30. We're going to spot it about the 33-yard line. So Tyler Loop, not only the kick, but also the tackle, and now that new-look Ravens defense will right out of the gate make some substitutions. Kyle Van Noy is coming out. Mike Green is going in. Brent Urban went in, comes out. And Keon Martin goes in as the 5th defensive back. So you have Keon Martin at corner, Ruben Lowry at safety, 2 undrafted rookie free agents. C.J. Stroud starts under center. On first down, he'll hand it off. And that is Nick Chubb grinding his way out to the 35-yard line. He'll get about 2 on the play. Mike Green there on the stop. So the Ravens defense stout on the first play of the game.
Yeah, and maybe they're taking Kyle Van Noy, making sure that it may be in the run look versus 12 personnel, which is 2 tight ends, 1 running back, and 2 receivers. They want him more on passing situations where they see 3 receivers coming in. They want Kyle to get back to the quarterback.
And Van Noy checks in now. He's on the left edge of the defense. C.J. Stroud operating from under center. On second down, play action, throws back to the left. He's got a man wide open, completes it at midfield, and down to the Ravens' 40-yard line. With the first reception of the day is Nico Collins, the number 1 receiver for the Texans. And just like that, Houston is in Ravens territory.
Yeah, against against Tampa, TJ Tampa out there is reduced split, just ran a little simple in cut. I would like to see Tampa squeeze that faster because he does have to take him and deliver him to the color, which is a safety in the middle of the field.
Ravens with a 4-man defensive front, 1 deep safety, and Malachi Starks, the rookie. Stroud to throw on first down. Lofts it near sideline. He's got a man open, but he overthrows Nico Collins at the 15. Collins had a step on Nate Wiggins, but C.J. Stroud had too much air under the throw. Incomplete.
Yeah, Nate is fast enough to play. I just like to see him stay on top of Nico Collins and not to play on that low hit because Nico has a great catch radius, and if the ball touches his hand, he's normally going to pull it in.
Collins will check out. He's had back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons the last 2 years. 2nd down and 10. C.J. Stroud with Nick Chubb in the backfield. Stroud in the shotgun. Inside handoff. Chubb sidesteps a tackle in the backfield and weaves his way down to the 32-yard line. The Ravens had a shot at negative yardage. John Jenkins missed the tackle in the backfield, and Nick Chubb sets up a 3rd down and 1 for the Texans.
Yeah, so everybody that's played with the Ravens, they know who Nick Chubb is. They know what type of runner he is, being with the Cleveland Browns. He's a big physical player. They have to bring their pass low and keep their feet turning to get him on the ground.
3rd down and 1 for the Texans. They'll go double tight ends up front, power I formation. Give us the fullback, British Brooks, and he slams forward to the 25-yard line and is finally pulled down by Malachi Starks at the 23 after the Texans move the chains and get another 1st down.
Yeah, that little dive play to the backside.
That's the first carry of the year for British Brooks, the fullback for the Texans. And he has the Texans now in scoring range. 1st and 10, Houston at the Ravens' 22-yard line on the opening drive here in Week 5. C.J. Stroud will split 2 receivers wide to the right. John Harbaugh running down to the sideline, gets to the line of scrimmage. No timeout called. Stroud throws near side, complete. That's Jalen Higgins, and he's wrestled out of bounds by T.J. Tampa. Jaden Higgins with his first reception of the afternoon. He'll be spotted out of bounds at the 17-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 5 for the Texans.
Yeah, just a little curl route in front of TJ Tampa. TJ Tampa's doing a good job of making that tackle after the catch.
Texans in the Old Bay red zone on their opening possession.
18, what's up?
To the ground game. That's Woody Marks. Running off left tackle, has nowhere to go, and the Ravens stop him for a gain of maybe half a yard. A stout play on the right side of the Ravens defense.
Yeah, Ted Buchanan was the last guy to hit him and bring him down. It's going to be fun to watch Ted Buchanan find his way through this defense throughout this whole game.
Mike Green and Tavius Robinson check out. Kyle Van Noy, Adafe Owe check in up front for the Ravens defense. Third down for the Texans and 3. Ball is at the Ravens' 15. Stroud on the play fake. Rolls to the left, throws a dunk pass complete to the 5-yard line. And stacked up there with a 1st down is the tight end, Dalton Schultz, with his first catch of the game. And the Texans have a 1st and goal on their opening drive.
Yeah, anytime the tight end, they're in man-to-man. Anytime the tight end comes behind the line of scrimmage, that little cut motion, they got to make sure that they're talking to each other who's going to take him to the flat.
Ravens defense has given up 133 points in the first 4 games. That's 29 more points than any Ravens defense has ever given up in the first 4 games of the season. 1st and goal for the Texans. Stroud will hand it off. Woody Marks is hit and dropped for a loss. Terrific job by the inside of that Ravens defense. Brent Urban, C.J. Okoye building a human wall, and it will be 2nd and goal for the Texans. Okoye is a name you heard for the first time last week in Kansas City. Another undrafted free agent who came through the NFL's international program. 4-man front for the Ravens defense. Double tight end look for the Texans. They bunch 3 receivers to the right side of the line. Stroud on the play fake. Throws quickly. He's got a man open to the goal line. In for a touchdown. It's Xavier Hutchinson as the Texans cap their opening drive with a touchdown throw.
Yeah, they're in a bunch route to the left-hand side. And every defensive back has their own guy. They should work together. They should call lock. You lock the middle guy. You lock the guy on the line of scrimmage. Then you play in and out with the number 1 receiver and the number 3 receiver. So if they cross the paths of each other, you're already in position to cover those guys down the field.
A 5-yard touchdown pass for C.J. Stroud. And Taimi Fairbairn on for the extra point try. Fairbairn's kick is up and good. 9:24 to play. First quarter in Baltimore. It's the Texans 7, the Ravens nothing on the Ravens Game Day Network.
Here's a club you want to get into. Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. Plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings good up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Okay, huddle up. We've got the chance to make our homeownership dreams come true with MarylandHomeownership.com. Downfield, webinars happen monthly with local experts. Lynn, grab buyer toolkits.
Got it.
And Pete, eyes on down payment assistance and financial education.
Yep.
Let's get started on this pathway to homeownership.
Yeah.
This is our moment. We've got the resources with MarylandHomeownership.com. Homeowner on 3. 1, 2, 3. Homeowner.
Yeah.
Buy a home with confidence. Get in the game with MarylandHomeownership.com, the playbook that takes you home.
Ravens fans, SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Ravens flock and here to help you experience all the action this season. SeatGeek makes it easy to find the perfect seats to the perfect game so you can be a part of all the touchdown celebrations and momentum-shifting takeaways this season. Whether you're getting tickets to Ravens games or to any other live event in Baltimore, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Baltimore Ravens. SeatGeek. When the Ravens take the field, Baltimore stands united. And just like your favorite team, APG Federal Credit Union is built on trust, teamwork, and hometown pride. Whether you're saving for season tickets or tackling your next big goal, APG Federal Credit Union has your back with great rates, local service, and a game plan for your financial future. Join the team that's proud to cheer for the Ravens and proud to serve you. APG Federal Credit Union, serving Baltimore City and Baltimore, Harford, and Cecil counties. Federally insured by NCUA.
First quarter, brought to you by the Maryland Problem Gambling Helpline, 1-800-GAMBLER.
7-0 Texans take the early lead, 9:24 to play in the opening quarter. Jerry Sandusky, Hall of Famer Rod Woodson with you on a beautiful sunny Sunday in Baltimore for Week 5 as either the Texans or the Ravens have a sunnier outlook at the end of this day. Both teams came in at 1-3. The Texans struggling mightily on offense this season. The Ravens struggling mightily on defense. And the Ravens hoping maybe special teams can be a difference maker as Keaton Mitchell is deep for the first time this season, active for the first time this year, along with Rasheen Ali to return the Texans kick. Houston opened up with a 10-play, 67-yard scoring drive, took 5.5 minutes off the clock. And the Ravens will try to answer with Cooper Rush at quarterback today for the injured Lamar Jackson. Taimi Fairbairn's kick, low end over end. It's coming in the direction of Keaton Mitchell. He's across the 10, 15, 20, along the near sideline, 25. And he'll get out to the 30-yard line where they're actually going to say he stepped out of bounds at the 25. So that's where Cooper Rush and the Ravens offense go to work. We saw Cooper Rush throughout the preseason. Now we see him for the first time with the game on the line. Up front on that Ravens offensive line, it'll be Joe Noteboom at left tackle, Andrew Voorhees at left guard, Tyler Linderbaum at center, Daniel Fa'alele and Roger Rosengarten the right side of the line. Zaire Mitchell-Payton is the up back, Derrick Henry the deep back. At tight end, Charlie Kohler. And wide receivers, Zay Flowers and Rashad Bateman. Simple dive play to start things off with Derrick Henry. He won't get far, maybe half a yard on first down, running between the hash marks. Ravens working from our right to left as their offense tries to even the score here against the Texans.
And you have to think the game plan for the Houston Texans is to slow down Derrick Henry, because you got to believe that they're going to try to put the ball in his hands quite a bit.
Derrick Henry checks out. Justice Hill checks in. Ravens will spread things out. 2 receivers wide of the numbers to the left. 2 spread out to the right. Cooper Rush in the shotgun. Rush, inside handoff. Flag is down. Justice Hill's got some room. He's to the 30, and he is wrestled down there. Looked like he had a big hole if he could have cut it inside the numbers. But we'll see what that flag is. Preliminary signal against the Ravens.
Illegal shift.
Illegal motion. Offense, number 80 was moving forward at the snap. 5-yard penalty, second down.
So the referee's mic not working very well. Rod called it with an illegal shift as Isaiah Likely turned in motion for the line of scrimmage prior to the snap.
You don't see that called too often.
You really don't.
That happens quite a bit in the National Football League.
Backs the Ravens up to their 20-yard line. Cooper Rush in the shotgun. Henry to his left. Rush will throw for the first time today. Steps up in the pocket. Throws complete. Zay Flowers has it. 25. Sidesteps the tackler and works his way out to the 30-yard line. So a gain of 10 on the play. That sets up a 3rd and manageable for the Ravens, a 3rd and 5.
And that's what Cooper Rush has to do. Get rid of that rhythm quarterback, that intermediate route. Get rid of the football. Give it to your playmakers and go let them make plays.
Cooper Rush, lifetime, 9-5 as a starter. 20 career touchdown passes, 10 career interceptions. He faces a 3rd down and 5. Justice Hill in the backfield, Rush in the shotgun. Texans, 1 deep safety, 4 defensive linemen up front. Rush takes the snap, backpedals, throws over the middle. He's got a man, 40-yard line. And holding on to the ball is Mark Andrews after he absorbed a huge hit. And a pumped-up Mark Andrews jumps to his feet as the Ravens pick up their first down of the afternoon.
And that's going to be their game plan, talking about the Houston Texans. 3rd and 5. They're man across the board. Everybody within 8 yards of the line of scrimmage outside of the safety who's at 10. And Cooper Rush has to make sure he delivers the football to his playmakers.
Now it's the pistol formation. Rush 5 yards deep. Derrick Henry 3 yards behind him. Give it to Henry. Straight dive play. Puts his helmet down and pushes the pile forward, but only for about a yard to the 41.
And one of the things you can do with Derrick Henry, him being in there, is to misdirection. Act like you're giving him the ball. Run boots, counters off of that, some speed sweeps off of that. Use Derrick Henry. You don't have to give him the football every time he's in, but when you use him and get on the edges to your playmakers, good things can happen to the offense.
Henry now alone deep in the backfield. Cooper Rush sets under center. 3 receivers bunched to the right. Zay Flowers comes in motion. Off the play fake. Here's Rush rolling out to the right. Under pressure, throws complete to Charlie Kohler at the Texans' 48-yard line, as Kohler did a great job of hanging on to the ball as he tumbled out of bounds. Rod, no sooner did you talk about that than that's exactly what the Ravens offense did. They used the misdirection on the boot, and Cooper Rush bought himself a lot of time for that play to develop.
I mean, Kohler did a great job of catching the ball with his hands. He was close to the sidelines, but he caught it and dragged those to 2 feet to keep him in bounds.
Ravens go double tight ends to the left. Henry alone in the backfield on 1st and 10 from the Houston 48. Give it to Henry off left tackle. And the King is able to push his way forward for a gain of about 4 to the Houston 44.
And those are the type of runs you keep doing. And by the time you keep the game close, you get into the 3rd quarter, that's when you start seeing those creases that you didn't see in the first half that you see in the second.
First quarter of this afternoon's broadcast is brought to you by the Maryland Problem Gambling Helpline, 1-800-GAMBLER. 2nd down and 7 for the Ravens at the Texans' 45. Power I formation. Give it to Henry. Nothing doing on the left side behind the left guard and tackle as he is stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Henry Toa from the inside linebacker spot, making the tackle for Houston. And now the Ravens face a 3rd and 7. 4:44 to play, opening quarter. Ravens trail the Texans 7-0.
Yeah, that last play they were in 13 personnel, so they had 3 tight ends, 1 running back, 1 receiver. In the previous weeks when they were in that position or in that personnel grouping, some mixed direction again always gets guys go open and gets guys moving in one direction and go the other.
3rd down and 7. Cooper Rush spreads 3 receivers to the right. Takes the snap in the shotgun. Blitz pressure coming. Hit. Throws complete. DeAndre Hopkins has it all the way down to the 20-yard line. A late flag thrown at the line of scrimmage. Cooper Rush threw that one under tremendous pressure as he was hit throwing the ball. Hopkins pulled it down, turned and ran all the way down to the Texans' 20-yard line.
Holding. Defense number 4. Penalties declined. Result of the play is a first down.
It was Kamari Lassiter who was holding DeAndre Hopkins. Just as E.J. Speed leveled Cooper Rush, he hit Hopkins, and Hopkins took it down inside the 20 to the Texans' 16 as the Ravens are in the Old Bay red zone for the first time today.
Oh, great catch.
Henry alone in the backfield. Rush from under center. Inside handoff. There's Keaton Mitchell sweeping to the near side. Cuts it inside the 10 and slides out of bounds. As the explosive Keaton Mitchell, a great use of the Derrick Henry decoy that you've been talking about, Rod.
Yeah, I mean, putting 2 backs in there, giving Keaton Mitchell, they're trying to find explosive plays, and I think Keaton Mitchell can be the answer to their questions, like how can we get it down the field, and Keaton can be that guy that can make that 5-yard run into a 30-yard run.
2nd and 4 for the Ravens from the Texans' 10. Derrick Henry, the deep back in the eye. Henry carried to the right side, and he is pinned to his back by Will Anderson. No gain.
Yeah, they were definitely waiting for the run on that one. But that Hopkins catch a couple plays ago, I mean, just big physical hands. He anytime the ball gets around him, he has a great catch radius for this Baltimore Ravens offense.
11th play of the drive for the Ravens. They've had the ball for 6 minutes. 2:51 left in the first quarter. Ravens trail 7-0. Justice Hill in the backfield. Cooper Rush sends Hill in motion. Rush takes the snap, throws quickly. Zay Flowers outside the numbers, sidesteps the tackler, and darts forward to about the 9-yard line. He'll be about 1.5 yards shy of the first down. And the kicking team will come on. So the Ravens will have to settle for a field goal try at the end of this drive.
Yeah, I mean, they had trips to the left. They motioned Hill out to the left to the short side of the field because the ball's on the left hash. It's just tougher to run those type of plays on a shorter field because you have so many different defenders and offensive players on that side.
This will be a 27-yard field goal try. Nick Moore will have the snap. Jordan Stout the hold. Tyler Loop's kick is up, and it is good. He squeezes that one inside the right upright, and with 1:58 to play in the first quarter, it's the Texans 7, Ravens 3 on the Ravens Game Day Network.
Miller Lite, the legendary light beer. The originator, the inventor. If this beer could talk, it'd tell stories about that one time, that night, that one guy, that one gal, writing a story 50 years long and 50 million friends wide, because legendary stories start with a light. Here's to 50 years of Miller Time. Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Cancer affects all of us. Today alone, 5,370 people in the United States will be diagnosed with cancer. That's why Stand Up to Cancer funds and develops the newest and most promising cancer treatments to help patients today. Stand Up to Cancer wants to provide you with every opportunity to join in this mission. By donating your home, land, or commercial property, you can help Stand Up to Cancer fund innovative cancer research. Donating eases the stress associated with selling a home and can also help lead to the next breakthrough in cancer prevention, diagnosis, and treatment. Stand Up to Cancer makes the process easy, and it may be tax deductible. It will take all of us standing up together to put an end to cancer as we know it. Help us save lives right now. Your home or property could hold the key to the next breakthrough in cancer research. Visit standuptocancer.org/giveproperty to learn more.
When kids need medical care, they will often face stressful and long.
To play in the opening frame, Ravens trail the Texans 7-3. Ravens putting together a 12-play, 66-yard drive, but it stalls in the red zone. Tyler Luke connects, and now Luke will kick off. Jalen Knoll, Tremon Smith deep for the Texans. You could not ask for better weather in Baltimore in October than today, right?
Gorgeous day out today.
Luke hits a low end over end. Tremon Smith will take it, brings it across the 15-20. Hit hard at the 30 and dropped at the 31-yard line. Charlie Kohler with a big tackle on special teams. And now that young Ravens defense with a rookie linebacker inside and Teddy Buchanan, a rookie safety.
Yeah, the one thing I would like to see.
And a rookie corner.
The one thing I would like to see more from the defense is different coverages on the back end, but also running games up front, bringing a little bit more pressure than you normally would bring. They only like to bring 4 normally.
It is a 4-man front. C.J. Stroud on first down wants to throw, fires complete to Dalton Schultz, dives forward to the 40-yard line and gets 9 easy yards to start the drive.
Yeah, and if you're going to play cover 4, sometimes you do have to challenge them. Sometimes you have to challenge yourself as a player, but you want to keep everything in front of you, and you want to give the rush an opportunity to get there. But Lowry with a tight end in front of him, he should say, you know what, I'm going to jump everything the tight end has. He has to show me they can run by me.
Ruben Lowry, the undrafted rookie free agent, the lone deep safety. Inside handoff on second down and short, and Nick Chubb struggles through the defense and picks up 4 yards and picks up a Texans first down. First quarter of today's broadcast brought to you by the Maryland Problem Gambling Helpline, 1-800-GAMBLER. Brings us to the final minute of the opening quarter. 1st and 10 Texans. Ball is at the Houston 45-yard line. Texans bring in a 6th offensive lineman.
Hey, 4 down.
Receiver eligible.
40, we're good. 40.
Backup tackle Blake Fisher lines up on the right side of the Texans line. Stroud on first down will hand it off. Nick Chubb running right up the middle. He's stacked up by Teddy Buchanan after a gain of 3.
Yeah, that's a good job by Robinson, but Teddy Buchanan finishing off that Chubb on the run.
I mean, Teddy Buchanan came into training camp. A nice prospect. 4th-round pick. By week 2, he had earned a starting spot. Here he is in week 5. He's wearing the green dot helmet, which means he gets the defensive calls from coordinator Zach Orr. This is a kid who's on an accelerated path right now. C.J. Stroud from under center on second down and 7. And a whistle prior to the snap as we reach the end of the first quarter.
This is the end of the first quarter. Timeout.
1 quarter in the books in Baltimore in week 5. It's the Texans 7, the Ravens 3 on the Ravens Game Day Network.
Let's go.
Safeway is your headquarters for tailgating. This season, when you're preparing for the next Ravens game, make sure to pick up all your favorite Ravens products, including Coca-Cola and Frank's Red Hot. Stop by your nearest Safeway or have your order delivered right to your doorstep. And don't forget to check out the Tailgaters page at BaltimoreRavens.com for tailgating special offers, contests, and recipes. Safeway, the official supermarket of the Baltimore Ravens.
At DraftKings, we're all about responsible gaming. Sometimes you got to know when to hold up. There are no locks or sure things, so know when to fold up. It's more fun when it's for fun. So play responsibly. DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort, Kansas, 21 plus, age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction.
Planning a move? Von Paris Moving and Storage will handle all the details. Whether your move is within the state of Maryland, across the country, or overseas, Von Paris can customize their services to meet your needs and budget. Their relocation experts will provide a free, no-obligation estimate and answer any questions or concerns about your upcoming household or office moving requirements. Call Von Paris Moving and Storage today at 410-888-8500 or visit vonparis.com. Von Paris, always going the extra mile since 1892. Proud to be the official mover of the Baltimore Ravens.
Ravens fans, SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Ravens flock and here to help you experience all the action this season. SeatGeek makes it easy to find the perfect seats to the perfect game so you can be a part of all the touchdown celebrations and momentum-shifting takeaways this season. Whether you're getting tickets to Ravens games or to any other live event in Baltimore, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Baltimore Ravens. SeatGeek.
Start of the second quarter in Baltimore with the Texans in front of the Ravens 7-3. Texans will start the quarter with a 2nd down and 7. Ball is at the Houston 48-yard line. Here in the second quarter, the Texans will be moving from our right to left in the direction of the Russell Street end zone.
The biggest thing for the Ravens defensively, they have to win on 1st or 2nd down. They can't keep letting them get 3 yards on a clip because that offense now stays on schedule and it's easier to convert those 3rd downs.
And those 3rd down passing downs, you're operating against 2 rookie safeties, an undrafted rookie free agent corner, and a defensive line that features young C.J. Okoye, a free agent as well. On 2nd down, Stroud off the play fake, deep drop, has time, throws, and it's dropped. Nick Chubb at midfield had room to run, too, and he dropped the easy catch, and that puts the Texans into a 3rd down and 7. All right, Rob, there's a gift. You got to take advantage of it.
Absolutely. And then now this is where Kyle Van Noy coming back, those playmakers, those edge rushers, you got to get pressure on C.J. Stroud. You got to make him uncomfortable.
There is Rob's view from the booth, brought to you by Gold Vision. Stroud will spread out 3 receivers to the left. Nico Collins alone, wide of the numbers to the right. Stroud takes the snap, steps up in the pocket, throws complete for a 1st down to Dalton Schultz at the Ravens' 40-yard line, right between the hash marks.
Teddy Buchanan's right with him. He can't. Yes, you go. He's the number 3 receiver on that side. He has to stay with him because if you go outside and you spot drop, that's an easy curl up for any receiver or tight end.
And he made the mistake I've heard you talk about, Rod. You can never, as an inside linebacker, you cannot let the receiver run across your face.
Especially when you're number 3 receiver and the number 4 is on the other side of the field.
1st and 10, Texans at the Ravens 40. Stroud from under center will hand it off to Woody Marks. Sprinting to the right side, turns the corner. He's got room to run. He's inside the 30 and wrestled down with a 12-yard gain at the Ravens 20. They're going to spot it as an 11-yard gain at the Ravens 29, but it's back-to-back 1st downs for the Texans.
Oh, they can't let the edge get sealed outside in.
Texans go hurry up, no huddle. Mark stays in the backfield. Stroud to throw. Again with plenty of time. Complete near side. And that is Jalen Knoll on the reception. He takes it down to the 20-yard line. That'll be just about enough for a 1st down. About a half a yard shy. It'll be 2nd and 1. But by letting the Texans off the hook on a 3rd down and 7, now the Ravens defense is in backpedal mode and the Texans offense is in go mode.
Yeah, they got to find a way to tighten up in the red zone.
Texans go with 6 offensive linemen again. Inside handoff. Woody Marks has got a hole off the left side. He's in the 15 to the 10. And Malachi Stark takes him down there, but there is a flag back at the line of scrimmage, and this will be holding against the Texans. Referee Land Clark's mic is not working.
Looked like it's going to be illegal formation. or illegal procedure.
Referee conferring with his crew. Now here comes the call.
There are two fouls by the offense. Illegal formation. Offense number 13, that penalty declined. Holding. Offense number 70, 10-yard penalty. Second down.
Good to have Land Clark's mic back online, and even better to have the Texans offense backed up 10 yards.
Now you got to take advantage of it as a defense.
Ravens defense has not been prolific, to say the least, with quarterback sacks this year. Only 4 in the first 4 games. A year ago, they were number 2 in the NFL with 54 sacks. This year, they're on track to have 17 sacks. They have got to pick up that pace. 4-man front for the Ravens, 2 deep safeties. C.J. Stroud in the shotgun. Inside handoff. Nick Chubb, he's got a hole up the middle. It closes quickly, but not before he picks up 6 yards down to the Ravens' 24-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 5 for the Texans with 12:32 to play in the first half. Texans in front of the Ravens, 7-0. Want to send out happy birthday wishes to Ravens superfan Greg Clem. Turns 70 today. I know Greg's listening as he always does, so happy birthday from the whole booth to Greg Clem at 70. 3rd down and 5 for the Texans from the Ravens, 24. C.J. Stroud in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Blitz pressure coming. He's hit and sacked back at the 34-yard line. Kyle Van Noy and Teddy Buchanan with Trenton Simpson blasting up the middle. And the Ravens get their first sack of the day.
That's very refreshing to see Kyle Van Noy unblocked to the quarterback.
And that is the first sack for science, powered by Constellation. It will back the Texans up into a 50-yard field goal try for Kaimi Fairbairn, who is 8 of 10 this season. From the left hash mark, 50-yard try. Fairbairn kick on the way. It has the distance, and it is right down the middle and good. 11:18 to play. First half in Baltimore. It's the Texans 10. The Ravens 3 on the Ravens Game Day Network.
Let's go!
Safeway is your headquarters for tailgating. This season, when you're preparing for the next Ravens game, make sure to pick up all your favorite Ravens products, including Coca-Cola and Frank's Red Hot. Stop by your nearest Safeway or have your order delivered right to your doorstep. And don't forget to check out the Tailgaters page at Baltimore Raven and Frank's Red Hot. Stop by your nearest Safeway or have your order delivered right to your doorstep. And don't forget to check out the Tailgaters page at Baltimore Raven.
get the ball up close to the Ravens' 40-yard line. Texans ball when we get back. 9:22 to play. First half, it's Houston 10, Ravens 3 on the Ravens Game Day Network.
Action. Next Roll is a groundbreaking podcast created and executive produced by Vernon Davis.
This is where we talk about reinvention.
The series explores the transformative journeys of athletes, artists, comedians, and entrepreneurs.
They don't just stop here. They just keep going.
Next Roll isn't about what's next. It's about why they do it, how they overcome fear, and the resilience it takes to keep evolving at the highest level.
That's what it's all about. Stay tuned.
Next Roll with Vernon Davis. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
Before I was adopted, I felt alone.
After spending years in foster care, Lexi worried that she and her brother were too old to be adopted. Thankfully, the siblings were adopted, with help from the Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption.
I love teenagers. To see how brave Lexi was and how she opened herself up to being in a family, all of a sudden, she's holding my hand and calling me Mom. It was really special.
Every child, no matter their age, deserves to grow up in a safe, permanent home.
Children at every age experience challenges. Teenagers are more complex than young children, but in the best ways.
You're never too old for family. Learn how you can help children still waiting to be adopted from foster care at davethomasfoundation.org.
When a parent sees their child smile, they see hope. Aleem hoped that his son Rajib would have an easier life than he had. You see, Rajib, just like his father, was born with a cleft. But as a fisherman in a small village in Indonesia, the cost of surgery was out of reach. Their lives were transformed thanks to Smile Train, which sponsors free, life-changing cleft surgeries and other essential treatments. Rajib's surgery marked Smile Train's 2 millionth, and incredibly, Aleem's was the 2 million and first. Now, their smiles are a symbol of hope for children with clefts all over the world. 540 babies are born with a cleft each day, but through Smile Train, millions of lives have been changed. To learn more and support the global cleft community, visit smiletrain.org/learn. Smile Train, changing the world one smile at a time.
I'm Joe Don Rooney from Rascal Flatts, and I absolutely love being a part of this band. It's an honor and really a lot of fun. Sometimes, though, you can feel the pressure to perform night after night. It can get stressful. Thankfully, I know my bandmates will look out for me, and I'll look out for them. When you see a friend feeling the effects of stress, let them know you're there for them. Sometimes that's all they need. This message is brought to you by the U.S. Air Force.
First down for the Texans.
I mean, that's a 5-yard route, reduced split. TJ Tampa can't be that far away from the receiver once he catches it. I know you're trying to keep everything in front of you, and you're trying to make them work their way down the field, but you have to at some point challenge the receivers in those type of routes.
Rob will give it to Nick Chubb. Cuts inside the numbers. Chubb will get close to a first down, but is stacked up by Trenton Simpson and Malachi Starks. And the Texans will look at a third down and short. Third down and long 2, short 3. And this is where the defense has to come up with a stop. The Texans 3 of 4 on third down conversions here in the first half.
Yeah, and the defense, rush-wise, is 27th. They've got to find a stop right here.
Woody Marks in the backfield. C.J. Stroud in the shotgun on third down and 3 from the Ravens 34. Stroud to throw. Escapes the pocket. He's running free. He's to the 30, 25, 20. Still on his feet. 15, 10, 5. Dives for the pylon and is shouldered out of bounds just shy of the goal line. So third and 3. And instead of the Ravens getting a stop, they're gonna be backed up now in the red zone as C.J. Stroud stepped out of bounds at the 5-yard line. A 19-yard scramble on third down.
What I don't understand, the offensive lineman jumped again and they didn't call it.
Stroud brings the Texans to the line. Power I formation. Give us the marks. Right side, hesitation move, but he won't get far as he is stacked up. C.J. Okoye and Tavius Robinson with the stop at the 3-yard line. 2nd and goal for the Texans.
Yeah, you got to get a stop. Only give them a field goal opportunity. Best case scenario, get your hands up, tips, overthrows, get an interception.
Well, we've talked about the lack of turnovers forced by the defense. This would be an ideal place to force one of those rare turnovers. Nick Chubb, the deep back. Now the up back, Dalton Schultz shifts to the right side of the line. C.J. Stroud, play action. Has time, throws out to the flat. He's got a man wide open, and in for the touchdown is Harrison Bryant, the backup tight end, with his first reception of the season. But a penalty flag is down.
So pass interference.
Pass interference. Offense, number 86. A 10-yard penalty. 2nd down.
So a huge play for the Ravens as Dalton Schultz, the tight end, was apparently running a pick route. They called it on Schultz, but it was actually on 81 Higgins.
Yeah, I mean, it's a straight flat route. It is a pick route. It is a rub.
And you're allowed to make contact at a rub, but you can't set a pick like you're a defense or you're a basketball player.
You got to act like you're running a route.
You got to sell it.
But with that being said, you know who you have as man-to-man. If you're playing man-to-man, you know you got a guy. You got to make sure you're in position to cover your guy to the flat if he does go there.
So the penalty backs the Texans up to the 13. It is 2nd and goal from there. Stroud alone in the backfield takes the snap in the shotgun. Looking to throw. Quick release. Pass complete. 10-yard line. And that's Xavier Hutchinson, and he is stood up by Nate Wiggins. Good tackle by the 2nd-year corner. They'll put the Texans into a 3rd down and goal from the 10. Again, the 2 objectives for the defense here. 1, limit the Texans to a field goal try, or 2, come up with a turnover.
Absolutely. Be great to get a sack, fumble, tip, balls in the air, interception.
The Ravens are screaming for a timeout, and they will get one. John Harbaugh ran down the sideline to signal the timeout.
Baltimore, their first of the half. Be 30 seconds in length.
And it will stop the clock with 5:40 left to play in the opening half. Just a reminder, when the opponent misses a field goal, you get a free 6-piece McNuggets on the McDonald's app the next day. If an opponent misses another field goal, you're upgraded to a free 10-piece. So far today, Kaimi Fairbairn with 1 field goal tried for the Texans. He hit from 50. The Ravens would like to limit the Texans to another Fairbairn attempt. It is 3rd down and 10, Houston. The ball is at the Ravens' 10, so 3rd and goal. The Texans scored a touchdown on this drive, but it was overturned with a penalty after an illegal pick. Penalty was thrown on the Texans. Now the Ravens defense needs to stop the Texans here in the Old Bay red zone at the Ravens' 10. C.J. Stroud on the shotgun. Woody Marks to his right. 3 receivers spread out to the left. Stroud takes the snap, looking to the left, throws over the middle. He's got a man, he's got a touchdown. Nico Collins in for the score. And the 3rd down nightmare for this defense continues. It was a 3rd down and 3 that C.J. Stroud took off running for a 19-yard gain to extend the drive. And then 3rd and 10, Stroud finds Nico Collins in the end zone. And this crowd has grown awfully quiet.
It looked like he was man across the board. But you're not bringing pressure. It looked like it was 0 coverage. But then if If Nate Wiggins has help, he should be inside shade, then he should stop his feet at the goal line, and you're protecting the goal line. You can't go 2 yards into the end zone and play outside shade if the tight end's to the outside. Or excuse me, not the tight end, the safety to the outside.
5:36 to play, first half. It's the Texans 17, the Ravens 3 on the Ravens Game Day Network.
Looking for a smarter way to do your banking? At APG Federal Credit Union, you're the MVP. We're not for profit, so you get lower fees, better rates, and a team that puts you first. No fine print, just hometown service with real heart. So while the Ravens crush it on the field, you can crush your financial goals. Visit apgfcu.com and become a member today. That's apgfcu.com. Serving Baltimore City and Baltimore, Harford, and Cecil counties. Federally insured by NCUA.
And now, more fantasy football tips from the Maryland Lottery. Ooh, a trade offer. Sure, people tend to overthink trades, but not you. Unless it snows in Atlanta, or that defense gives up too many points. What if this running back retires between now and Sunday? You can always trade for a whole new game by playing Ravens Scratch-Offs. Get a chance to win up to $200,000 instantly or other great Ravens prizes. When fantasy gets too real, change your game to Ravens Scratch-Offs. Please play responsibly.
You're not just a homeowner. You're also a bug in the basement with the frightening number of legs owner. Fortunately, you've got heating and cooling built and tested to keep going. American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, built to a higher standard.
Visit MidAtlanticComfort.com and bring home a new American Standard heating and cooling unit, rated the highest in customer satisfaction year after year. Built to a higher standard, American Standard heating and cooling, and MidAtlanticComfort.com. That's MidAtlanticComfort.com.
Here's a club you'll want to get into, Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up, plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings could up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to the Ravens Game Day Network.
WSBN Washington. ESPN 630, the sports capital. Your home for the Baltimore Orioles, the Baltimore Ravens, and UVA Sports.
Third down's a major factor for this Ravens defense today, as the Texans have converted 5 of 6 on third down, and that adds up to a 17-3 Texans lead. Sidewinding kick, bounces at the 5, picked up by Keaton Mitchell. He returns it across the 15, 20, 25, 30, and Mitchell gets out to the 36-yard line. So trying to give the Ravens a little spark here, as Cooper Rush, who was 5 of 6 passing so far today, brings the offense out onto the field. And the challenge here, Rod, with 5:31 left to go, is don't get away from your game plan of running the ball and start just winging it.
Absolutely. You got to make sure you stay within your game plan and be efficient running the football, but also being efficient of taking advantage of aggressive defense.
Derrick Henry in the backfield, Cooper Rush in the shotgun. Henry, 6 carries for only 8 yards so far in the first half. And a whistle and flag as the Ravens commit a penalty pre-snap.
Full start. 80 on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
That's the second penalty on Isaiah Likely here in the opening half. So Derrick Henry will check out. Charlie Kohler will check out. DeAndre Hopkins and Keaton Mitchell will check in. Ravens go 2 receivers split to the left, 2 to the right. Mitchell in the backfield with Cooper Rush in the shotgun on 1st and 15. Inside handoff. Mitchell is corralled quickly and limited only to a 1-yard gain.
Yeah, I mean, every time that Derrick Henry's in the game, they got 8 guys, really 10 guys within 5 yards, 1 safety about 10 yards deep. And then anybody else that comes in, they're going to like a cover 4 look, making them say, okay, you can try to run it, but we're going to think you're going to throw the football down the field.
Keaton Mitchell stays in the backfield. Cooper rushed to throw on 2nd and 15. Swing pass to Mitchell. Outside the numbers, he gets to the 35, and he'll be pushed out of bounds at about the 38-yard line, setting up a 3rd down for the Ravens. It'll be 3rd down and 9 with 4:40 left to play in the first half. The last thing the Ravens can afford offensively right now is a 3-and-out. And give the ball back to the Texans, who have all 3 of their timeouts and plenty of clock left in the first half.
And they have all the momentum going with them right now.
The Ravens have yet to stop the Texans in the opening half. Justice Hill now in the backfield on 3rd down and 9. Cooper rushed to throw out of the shotgun. There's a screen pass, and he's off the mark as Justice Hill can't make the catch. But a penalty flag is down at the 40-yard line.
Illegal man down the field.
And the crowd is getting restless. As Jordan Stout comes on with the punt team. Stout, his last punt, the Ravens needed a boom.
Ineligible player downfield. Offense number 64. The penalties decline. 4th down.
And on his last punt, the Ravens needed a huge punt. They only got a 35-yarder out of Stout, so they're going to need much better in the way of yardage here to try to flip the field. As Kalen Knoll will await back at the Texans 15. 17-3, Houston in front of the Ravens with 4:11 left in the half. Stout. It's a sidewinder. Knoll will settle under it, lets it bounce at the 25, and it will die at the 23-yard line of the Houston Texans. 4 minutes even left to play. First half in Baltimore. It's the Texans 17. The Ravens 3 on the Ravens Game Day Network.
Think Verizon, the best 5G network, is expensive? Think again. Bring in your AT&T or T-Mobile bill to a Verizon store and we'll give you a better deal. Now, what to do with your unwanted bills? Maybe turn them into paper airplanes headed to See Ya Never AT&T and T-Mobile. Jokes aside, the best 5G network has you covered with the most ways to save on plans, streaming, and phone deals. So bring in your bill to your local Verizon store and we'll give you a better deal. Rankings based on Root Metrics True Score Report dated 1H2025. Your results may vary. Must provide a postpaid consumer mobile bill dated within the past 45 days. Bill must be in the same name as the person redeeming the deal. Additional terms apply.
The post-crib assembly press conference brought to you by Progressive.
Michael, you had some trouble putting the crib together today. What went wrong?
You know, those instructions can be tough, and, well, you saw the outcome.
Were you upset when your wife pulled you and called in the backup?
No, I mean, the baby needs a crib to sleep in, so whatever it takes.
You've got a changing table to put together next. It's got a lot of drawers. What's your comment?
You know what? We're done here.
Like it or not, sometimes you need a backup. That's why there's Progressive to protect your home and auto. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
America has an undeniable, unstoppable energy. At Constellation, our energy matches yours. We're generating electricity 24/7 with hydro, wind, solar, and the nation's largest carbon-free nuclear fleet. Enough clean energy to power 15 million homes today, and a commitment to helping you build a brighter tomorrow. Power on, America. Learn more at constellationenergy.com/poweron.
At DraftKings, we're all about responsible gaming. Sometimes you got to know when to hold up. There are no locks or sure things, so know when to fold up. It's more fun when it's for fun. So play responsibly. DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort, Kansas, 21 plus. Age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction.
Four minutes left to play first half at M&T Bank Stadium. It's the Texans 17, the Ravens 3. The Texans have had the ball 3 times in the opening half, and they have scored on all 3 possessions. A touchdown to start it with the opening drive, a field goal to follow, a touchdown on their last possession. And Rod, the key play on every drive has been 3rd down. The Ravens have had 3rd down and 7, 3rd and 10, and they have not been able to shut the door on the Texans on 3rd down.
Yeah, they just can't come up with the plays they need on 3rd down, no matter if it's 3rd and long or 3rd and short. They got somebody out there, one of these guys got to take leadership and make plays and get everybody riled up and going.
C.J. Stroud will start the drive under center. Jet sweep handoff. Nico Collins turns the corner at the numbers and gets all the way out to the 30-yard line. He'll pick up 8 on first down on the jet sweep. Second down and 2 for the Texans with 3:43 left to play in the half. The Texans still have the 2-minute warning and all 3 of their timeouts. If the Ravens can get a 3-and-out, they have 2 timeouts to work with.
Yeah. But when Jabo sees the motion coming in, he has to get up the field just in case they run that speed sweep. You can't crash down and then try to retrace.
No. C.J. Stroud will give it to Nick Chubb, sweeping to the right side, breaks a tackle, and hurdles his way out to the 36-yard line. That's good for a Texans first down. And that will pretty much negate the Ravens' hopes of getting the ball back with a lot of time, unless they can now force a turnover, because we have reached the 3-minute mark left in the half. And the Texans are going to try to be very methodical in using all of the time to leave none for the Ravens at the end of the half. Stroud sets in the shotgun, has Nick Chubb to his right. 2 receivers stacked to the left. Stroud takes the snap, looking to the left, throws complete. He's got Christian Kirk, darts his way to the 42-yard line. He'll get 7 yards on the play, setting up a second down and 3 with 2:33 left in the half. Teddy Buchanan on the stop.
Yeah, you got these young players who are getting reps, trying to get more comfortable playing in the National Football League in a season or a game that matters toward the end record. But they have to grow up fast.
And the Texans very comfortable with letting all of the clock wind down to the 2-minute warning.
Well, you're up 17-3. They haven't stopped you yet on third downs or in any of your drives, so you got to be feeling pretty good about your game plan.
2 minutes to play, first half. Texans 17, Ravens 3 on the Ravens Game Day Network.
Listen to ESPN 630, the sports capital, on your Amazon Alexa. Hey, Alexa, play ESPN 630 DC. We are ESPN 630 and ESPN630DC.com.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm. A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, their award-winning tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Find the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief today for a free consultation.
Call 800-410-6744. 800-410-6744. 800-410-6744.
Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End of friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
When the whole world changed, Children International developed new ways to reach children and families in poverty during these vulnerable times.
I'm learning every day.
I'm healthy and strong.
To learn more, go to children.org/help today.
2 minutes left to play in the opening half for the Texans in front of the Ravens, 17-3. It's the fourth possession the Texans have had in the opening half. They scored on each of their first 3 possessions. The Ravens have yet to force the Texans to punt the ball. The Ravens open with a field goal drive, but have punted twice since then.
And that's not a stat that you like to hear if you're a Baltimore Raven fan.
C.J. Stroud
118.
settles under center. Rollout. Throws incomplete. He was looking for Nick Chubb outside of the numbers on the flat, but Stroud was off the mark, and now the Texans face a 3rd down and 4. Again, huge opportunity for the Ravens here. If you can get a stop and force a punt, the Ravens have 2 timeouts to work with. But you have to make a play. You've got to get a stop on 3rd down. Texans 5 of 6 on 3rd down conversions so far.
And if the pass rush can't get there, you got to get your hands up and maybe get a tip or bat a ball.
Ravens stretch 5 across the defensive front. Teddy Buchanan comes down and settles into the B gap. Here comes on a blitz up the middle. Stroud under pressure, being chased, and he's sacked back at the 26-yard line.
Got a flag.
A flag is down at the line of scrimmage.
Offside.
And the signal is Ravens were offside. You've got to be kidding me.
Offside. Defense number 38.
38.
5-yard penalty.
You finally get a huge play on 3rd down.
First down.
And rookie corner Keon Martin lined up offside. Just excruciating.
I don't know if he was offsides. It looked like he got back on sides before the ball was snapped.
It was close. So that gives the Texans a 1st down, and that will preclude the Ravens getting the ball back here in the first half unless the Texans turn it over or score. Here's Mark sweeping to the right, stepped out of 2 tackles, puts his shoulder down and barrels all the way to the 45-yard line of the Ravens. He'll get 9 yards on the play. And the Texans still with all 3 of their timeouts. Clock winding, 1:35 left in the half.
The left edge of the defense has to maintain that edge, that containment. They've been getting sealed, and the runs have been going outside of them.
Clock at 1:10. C.J. Stroud under center. Woody Marks in the backfield. Off the play fake, Stroud under pressure, drifting to the right, being chased. Throws complete to the 40-yard line. Tackled inbounds is Dalton Schultz. Check that. No, it's Harrison Bryant. And he's taken down by Trenton Simpson. So the Texans are going to have to take a timeout to stop the clock with 53 seconds left in the half, but another 1st down for Houston at the Ravens' 40-yard line.
Timeout. Houston, their first of the half.
And the Texans are not far outside a field goal range for kicker Kaimi Fairbairn.
Seconds, 7 seconds.
Fairbairn this year, his long is 53, but his career long is 61. And there's no real wind to speak of here at M&T Bank Stadium on a sunny Sunday. Well, the weather's sunny, but the outlook is not right now for the Ravens. They trail 17-3. And they have had just one nightmare after another on 3rd down. They finally come up with a big 3rd down play, the first of the half, and it's negated by rookie cornerback Keon Martin jumping offside into the neutral zone at the snap.
Somebody just has to make a play. It has to be contagious, and you got to find one of those, a leader out there making plays for you, but also getting everybody ready.
C.J. Stroud on 1st down, throws complete. Dalton Schultz has it to the 25. He's down to the 20 and gets all the way to the 18-yard line before Malachi Starks and Trenton Simpson can bring him to the turf.
Yeah, and I get where Teddy Buchanan wants to go in front and try to make a play on the ball, but he has to be closer to the receiver to do so.
Stroud goes no huddle, throws quickly, and it is incomplete, but a flag is thrown.
No, that's not pass interference.
Christian Kirk was the target. Keon Martin had the coverage. And the signal is pass interference on the Ravens.
Pass interference. Defense number 38.
First
down is the spot of the foul.
That's not pass interference because he made incidental contact as he was going for the ball. He never impeded the progress of the receiver going to the ball. That's what pass interference is. Did they touch each other? Yes.
Penalty puts the ball at the Ravens' 10-yard line. It's 1st and goal Texans with 31 seconds left in the half. C.J. Stroud will stretch 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Woody Marks in the backfield. Stroud throws toward the end zone. He's got a man. He's got a touchdown. Xavier Hutchinson, his second touchdown of the afternoon as he beat TJ Tampa one-on-one. And this crowd is none too happy.
Well, we're just playing man-to-man across the board, not getting pressure on the quarterback. Those are easy throws and catches in the National Football League.
Again, it all stems back to a breakdown on third down. Third down on the Texans half of the field. The Ravens get a sack. It's negated by a Keon Martin penalty. And the Texans turn the opportunity into a touchdown. Kaimi Fairbairn's extra point attempt is good. 28 seconds left, first half in Baltimore. It is all Texans so far today. Houston 24, Ravens 3 on the Ravens Game Day Network.
At DraftKings, we're all about responsible gaming. Sometimes you got to know when to hold 'em. There are no locks or sure things, so know when to fold 'em. It's more fun when it's for fun. So play responsibly. DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort, Kansas, 21 plus, age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction.
Nothing brings people together like good food and game day fun. That's why Royal Farms created the Tailgater. For just $20, you'll get our 8-piece mixed or 10-piece dark world-famous chicken, a family-sized order of Western fries, 4 buttermilk biscuits, and a 64-ounce Snapple tea. It's the perfect way to feed your crew, whether you're in the driveway, the backyard, or the stadium parking lot. So fire up the team spirit and bring home the Tailgater. Only at Royal Farms. Real fresh, real fast.
Ravens fans, SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Ravens flock and here to help you experience all the action this season. SeatGeek makes it easy to find the perfect seats to the perfect game so you can be a part of all the touchdown celebrations and momentum-shifting takeaways this season. Whether you're getting tickets to Ravens games or to any other live event in Baltimore, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Baltimore Ravens. SeatGeek.
Hey, Ravens flock, we've got a deal that will make you flock to your nearest McDonald's. If our opponent misses a field goal during any home or away game, then you get a free piece Chicken McNuggets with minimum $1 purchase the next day on the McDonald's app. And if our opponent misses 2 field goals, you'll be upgraded to a free 10-piece. What's good for the Ravens is good for the flock. Download the McDonald's app to redeem this deal. And that's not all. Earn free food when you order through the app. Offer valid at participating McDonald's. Valid one time per day. Visit McDonald's app for details.
28 seconds left, first half. It's been all Texans this afternoon. Texans have scored on every possession in the opening half, and they lead the Ravens 24-3. Well, a year ago at Christmas, it was the Ravens pummeling the Texans 31-2. Today, it's the Texans pummeling the Ravens 24-3. The Texans came in here today 0-8 in Baltimore. It's going to take a second half to remember to turn that into 0-9. Rasheen Ali will take the kick, brings it across the 20, 25, and it'll be taken down just shy of the 30-yard line. 23 seconds left in the half. Cooper Rush has 2 timeouts to work with.
All right, I think they're going to run the ball. Get in at halftime. Try to relook at your game plan, how you're going to move forward in the second half.
Cooper Rush, 6 of 8 for 64 yards. Derrick Henry, 6 carries for 8 yards. Keaton Mitchell, 2 carries for 7 yards. Rush will start the drive in the shotgun. He's looking to throw. Fires over the middle, complete to Mark Andrews. Andrews will be wrestled down at the 40-yard line. Will pick up a first down. And the Ravens are going to take one of their 2 remaining timeouts. They stop.
Timeout. Baltimore, their second of the half.
Stop the clock with 16 seconds left. Trying to get Tyler Luke into field goal range.
You got to pick up chunk yardage to do that. You only have 1 timeout left, so you have 16 seconds. I mean, you're going to have to get a 20-yard play down the field. So it's Cooper Rush has that ability. You have the weapons on the field. You got to protect him. They're going to play a looser style of defense to not allow anybody to get behind them. So the middle of the field, 20 yards down the field, should be open.
Your target is about the 40-yard line. You'd love to get to the 35, but the 40 will be the target here for the Ravens. They have one timeout left, 16 seconds left in the half. Cooper Rush to throw out of the gun. Has time, slings it near side. He's got a man. DeAndre Hopkins makes the catch and is taken out of bounds at the 42-yard line. How are they saying the clock is still running?
The one said the clock was running. There's no way he was going out of bounds. He got hit. He didn't go backwards.
The officials are conferring.
Timeout. Baltimore.
Wow.
The third and final of the half.
I mean, he did get hit. He did go backwards as he got hit.
Yep, and that's why.
And his knee hit the ground inbound, so they did run the clock.
So his forward progress was inbounds, and that's why he did not get out of bounds under his own power. That's why they let the clock run. But it leaves the Ravens with no timeouts remaining and only 8 seconds left. If they tried a field goal from here, it would be a 60-yarder.
I mean, everything here has to be, you got to run kind of a sideline route. You got to run like a flat route, a 5-yard route, a 15-yard route, and like a 20-yard route on the sideline quickly and get the ball out of your hands as a quarterback.
Justice Hill in the backfield, Cooper Rush in the shotgun. 3 receivers bunched to the right inside the numbers. Rush takes the snap, looking to the right. Now he runs to the right, slings it sideline. Incomplete, but a flag is down. Mark Andrews was the target, got a hand on the ball. He was being shoved out of bounds as he tried to make the catch. The question now is, who is the penalty going to be against?
Illegal contact. Defense number 29. 5-yard penalty with an automatic first down.
And that will put the Ravens in field goal range for Tyler Loop. That's all they needed. So here's the situation for the Ravens. It's been a dire first half, but if they can close the first half with points, they get the ball first in the second half. You can cut 10 points off this Texans lead if you score here and then you score in the opening drive. That's the mindset this team has to have right now.
Oh, absolutely.
It'll be a 55-yard try for Tyler Loop. Nick Moore with the snap. Jordan Stout with a hold. Luke from 55. It has the distance, but it is tracking wide right. No good. And Tyler Loop misses for the first time in his rookie career. And that play brings us to the end of what has been just a terrifically disappointing first half. At the break, Texans 24, Ravens 3 on the Ravens Game Day Network.
The post-career day press conference, brought to you by Progressive.
Anthony, can you tell us what happened during career day?
I'm a biomedical researcher. The kids just weren't impressed.
How did you feel when your son called in the backup?
Embarrassed, and I knew it would be a fireman. It's always a fireman. It's cliche, but a crowd favorite. He had an axe and everything. I can't compete with that.
And will the fireman be helping your son with his science fair project?
Hope not. I'm literally a scientist.
Like it or not, sometimes you need a backup. That's why there's Progressive to protect your home and auto. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Touchdowns! On game day, there's nothing like tailgating, touchdowns, and Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Twisted Tea goes down smooth and tastes like real iced tea because it's made with real brewed tea. Cool, refreshing, and a 5% kick of alcohol. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Look for the bright yellow cans wherever you buy beer. Keep it twisted.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
Think Verizon, the best 5G network, is expensive? Think again. Bring in your AT&T or T-Mobile bill to a Verizon store, and we'll give you a better deal. Now, what's to do with your unwanted bills? Maybe turn them into paper airplanes headed to See Ya Never AT&T and T-Mobile. Jokes aside, the best 5G network has you covered with the most ways to save on plans, streaming, and phone deals. So bring in your bill to your local Verizon store, and we'll give you a better deal. Rankings based on Root Metrics True Score Report dated 1H2025. Your results may vary. Must provide a postpaid consumer mobile bill dated within the past 45 days. Bill must be in the same name as the person redeeming the deal. Additional terms apply.
It's finally football season, Ravens fans, and that means it's fall pest season, too. Do me a favor. Connect with the official pest control sponsor of the Baltimore Ravens, PMSI, for all your pest control needs. PMSI's tenured technicians are trained at removing and preventing all pests, including termites, bed bugs, mice, mosquitoes, wildlife, and more. Visit mypmsi.com or call 410-496-4154 to intercept those pests. PMSI, the official pest control partner of the Baltimore Ravens.
Time for the halftime report. This is the Ravens Game Day Network.
Nick Testoni here on the halftime report, and it's not a pretty one. The Ravens trailing to the Houston Texans 24-3. A couple of teams that won their division a season ago both come into this contest 1-3, and the Ravens, just battered by injuries, have struggled out of the gate. Let's bring on a man who's been on the call, Rod Woodson. Rod, it's been not a lot of success for the offense without Lamar Jackson. Would you expect, as this, gets deeper into the game, they just have to start taking some shots? Cooper Rush has been, fine, doesn't have a lot of time back there, but at some point he's going to have to take some risks here in the second half, no?
No, they have to. I mean, it's, you go out there defensively, you're not stopping them. They have 33 plays on offense. We have 19. It's hard to score only having 19 plays, especially when you're only averaging 4.8 yards per play. Offensively, I think intermediate rhythm passing, screens, bubble screens, tunnel screens, something of that nature to kind of slow down their pass rush. Obviously, they're slowing down Derrick Henry, but defensively is the key. I mean, that's the problem that we're trying to solve right now, is like, what kind of defensive system can we run? What type of defensive plays can we have to slow down opposing offenses that they're not getting into the end zone?
Yeah, and you talked about defensively. The Ravens are missing their top 5-6 defensive players, and you find a unique situation where rookie Teddy Buchanan is wearing the green dot. Just kind of speak to how challenging that is for a rookie to try to get everybody together. Only been in the system for a couple of months, and he's the one calling the shots out there.
Yeah, I mean, he's making the defensive calls, but at the end of the day, he did that in college. He did it in high school, trying to get everybody in place. But at the end of the day, it's making sure that everybody collectively, not just him, but everybody, once they get on the field, they know their job within each defense. And right now, the way the season has gone, collectively, consistently, they haven't played the Raven way of defense. And we know what that defense looks like year in, year out, that how physical they are, how tough we make teams work down the field. And it hasn't been that way so far this year.
We talked about it. Getting a little bit to desperation time. You expect the Ravens and Zach Orr to throw some more blitzes. Outside of one overload on the right side of the line, C.J. Stroud's had a lot of time back there.
Yeah, listen, you got 5 sacks on the whole year. And if you're not getting there with your main 4-man pressure, your 4-man rush, not even pressure, 4-man rush, you have to bring pressure. It's your duty, but it's not just Zach Orr. It's collectively as a defensive staff, talking to each other, saying what might be needed on the mics to each other on the sideline, helping Zach as a coaching staff. So everybody wants to blame Zach because he's a defensive coordinator, but I'm going to take it collectively. They're all working together in one form or fashion, and they got to make sure that they put the best product on the field in the second half.
Great point. Appreciate the time, Rob. We'll hear from you in the second half.
All right, sounds great.
That's all favor Rob Woodson. Ravens just getting dismantled right now, 24-3 at the break. They will get the ball first, but they got a long way to go. We'll be back here on the halftime report on the Ravens Game Day Network.
Coming up, the Maryland Lottery play of the first half.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $200-$300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code EARN to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code EARN for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code EARN for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Why? Why take a chance? Why risk a mistake? Why say something? We all have reasons why we choose to ignore the things that give us pause, that seem out of place, that don't feel right. The word why can either paralyze us or empower us to stand up and protect what we love. So if you see something, why do you say something?
I see safe for my family.
I see safe for my friends.
I see say for my students.
We see say for each other.
I see say because all of this matters.
We all have something worth protecting. A why that unifies this community we're all a part of. So protect your everyday. Report suspicious activity to local authorities. If you see something, say something.
Now, a recap of the first half on the Ravens Game Day Network.
Nick Tony back here on the halftime report. The Ravens trail 24-3 at half to the Texans. A note from Jamison Hensley. This is the third largest deficit for the Ravens at a home game at the halftime break since 2000, rivaling down by 30 to the Colts in 2007 and 25 to the Steelers in 2002. So it's been a lengthy time since the Ravens have trailed this much at home at half. They got a long way to go. Let's see how they got there. The Texans got the football first, and you had to look out for Nico Collins. He's their bona fide number one. He took it for 24 yards. They also got a big conversion on 3rd and 1 with a 9-yard run. Later on 3rd and 3, it's Dalton Schultz who picks up 11-yard reception, who is the leading receiver today for the Texans at 4 catches, 53 yards. But it was Xavier Hutchinson who found the end zone to get the scoring underway.
118. Stroud on the play fake. Throws quickly. He's got a man open to the goal line, in for a touchdown. It's Xavier Hutchinson as the Texans cap their opening drive with a touchdown throw.
10 plays, 67 yards, a little over 5.5 minutes. Houston led 7-0. Ravens' first offensive possession was by far their best one. On a 3rd and 5, Cooper Rush finds Mark Andrews. Of course, Lamar Jackson out today, so you will see Cooper Rush the remainder of the way here. Charlie Kolar picks up a 10-yard reception on 3rd and 7. DeAndre Hopkins, maybe the biggest offensive play of the day.
Spreads 3 receivers to the right. Takes the snap in the shotgun. Blitz pressure coming. Hit. Throws complete. DeAndre Hopkins has it all the way down to the 20-yard line. A late flag thrown at the line of scrimmage. Cooper Rush threw that one under tremendous pressure as he was hit throwing the ball. Hopkins pulled it down, turned and ran all the way down to the Texans' 20-yard line.
Yeah, Ravens will get down inside the red zone, stall out on a 3rd and 4. They only get 1 on a screen to Zay Flowers. Tyler Loop trots on 27-yard field goal. So, with 1:58 left in the first quarter, Ravens trail 7-3. But the defense has not been able to get off the field. The Texans march right back down, 10 plays, 37 yards. You do get this play from Kyle Van Noy that kept it to just a field goal because Van Noy got his first of the season.
Takes the snap. Blitz pressure coming. He's hit and sacked back at the 34-yard line. Kyle Van Noy and Teddy Buchanan with Trenton Simpson blasting up the middle. And the Ravens get their first sack of the day.
Complete busted coverage from the Texans offensive line. That sack from Kyle Van Noy is the play of the half. Brought to you by Maryland Lottery. Texans would hit a field goal. They go up 10-3. The Ravens would go 3 and out, including a sack of Cooper Rush. So they'd come back down. It's Nico Collins.
3 receivers spread out to the left. Stroud takes the snap. Looking to the left. Throws over the middle. He's got a man. He's got a touchdown. Nico Collins in for the score. And the 3rd down nightmare for this defense continues.
Made it 17-3. They'd add 1 more touchdown on to make it 24-3. Ravens had a chance to get a field goal before half, but it was a miss from Tyler Loop from 55. And the Ravens go into the break 24-3. They get the football first. A lot to be done here. Quiet half from Derrick Henry. We'll see if the Ravens can turn it around. Second half action next on the Ravens Game Day Network.
The second half kick is straight ahead on the Ravens Game Day Network.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm. A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, their award-winning tax attorney attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Find the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief today for a free consultation.
Call 800-410-6744. 800-410-6744. 800-410-6744.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
There are places, people, and conditions in this world that almost seem beyond hope. But not when Mercy Ships is there. Mercy Ships is a place restoring sight to the blind, normalcy to the deformed, beauty and happiness to the outcast, and joy to the brokenhearted.
And many times you can almost see the life coming back into them. Can't beat that.
Mercy Ships is the largest floating civilian hospital in the world, staffed with some of the most skilled volunteer medical professionals and crew. Mercy Ships is the reason why hope is now in sight for those who need it most. To learn more, go to mercyships.org today.
Third quarter, brought to you by Safeway.
Ravens will have the ball first in the third quarter, trailing by 21 points. They closed out the first half on a missed 55-yard field goal try from Tyler Loop. You have to hope they can start the second half on a more positive note. Keaton Mitchell and Rasheen Ali are deep for the Ravens. This is a team, Rod, in dire need of somebody making a play and providing a spark.
One of the veterans left on a roster, they have to bring some life to each other on the sideline, on the field. They got to get energetic.
Ali will take the kick at the 5, brings it across the 15, 20, 25. That'll be taken off his feet at the 35-yard line where Cooper Rush and the offense go to work. Well, you've probably heard the numbers, and you know it instinctively that this was not going to be the same offense without Lamar Jackson. But it is not even remotely an offense that has much going on in the way of productivity.
They got to find a way to move the ball down the field.
Power I formation. Rush drops to throw, fires complete to the tight end. Zaire Mitchell-Payton, but he'll only get about 2 yards on the play.
And I'm okay with that, but get into 13 personnel, spread them out, believe that your tight ends are better than their linebackers in coverage, and throw the ball down the field.
And again, 13 personnel.
3 tight ends, 1 running back, 1 receiver.
Cooper Rush in the shotgun on 2nd and 8. He throws to his receiver out of the numbers, Zay Flowers, and he is dropped for a loss back at the 34-yard line. Zay Flowers had no shot.
I mean, right now, the Houston team seems like they're playing at a faster clip than the Ravens.
I cannot recall a game in which there was so little collective energy on the field and the stands. This is just not the atmosphere we've grown used to here in the last 30 years.
I mean, the last time it was 2015?
10 years ago, the last time this team was 1-3, the last time they were 1-4. On 3rd down, blitz pressure coming. Cooper Rush goes over the middle, caught. Isaiah Likely has it at the 45-yard line, and that is good for a Ravens first down. Well, there's a little bit of spark as Isaiah Likely comes up with his first catch of the day, and he moves the chains on a big 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, that's what they need. They need playmakers. They need their playmakers to make those plays.
Cooper Rush stood in there with the pocket collapsing and throws a strike. Now he'll set under center. Sends Zay Flowers in motion to his left. Derrick Henry alone in the backfield. Off the play fake. Cooper Rush steps up, throws, intercepted at the 45-yard line. Picked off by Jalen Petrie, who stepped in front of Derrick Henry. And just as the Ravens started to make progress, they turned the ball over. And you look at the replay, Rod, there's no hope for them overturning that as Jalen Petrie had a clean grab on the pick.
His left hand was under the ball.
He just undercut the throw. Well, the Ravens closed out the half, missing on a scoring opportunity. They open up the second half with a turnover. Bad just got worse. 12:49 to play, third quarter. Texans with the lead, Texans with the ball. 1st and 10 at the Ravens 38. Rod, you played this game a long, long time. I'm sure there was an occasional game where everything went wrong for you, right?
There is. There have been some. But normally in Baltimore, they're far and few between.
C.J. Stroud throws on first down, complete. Christian Kirk with the grab. Steps out of bounds with an 8-yard pickup. We'll make it a 9-yard pickup down to the Ravens' 30-yard line.
But normally when it has occurred, your veterans, not your coaches, your veterans on the sideline gets everybody riled up. And even with Lamar and Rowe not being suited up, they should be on the sideline being vocal enough to help their guys through.
Stroud play action, throws complete to Kirk outside the numbers, and he'll be taken down at the 26-yard line. Teddy Buchanan with the stop, along with Keon Martin, but that's not before the Texans move the chain yet again. Now the Ravens committing their first turnover of the day on the first possession of the second half, and now the Texans trying to cash in. The Texans had the ball 4 times in the opening half. They scored 4 times, 3 touchdowns and a field goal. 1st and 10 Houston at the Ravens 26. Nick Chubb in the backfield with C.J. Stroud, who stands in the gun. Blitz pressure coming. Gives the Chubb up the middle. Big hole. He's to the 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. No flags on the play. A 26-yard touchdown run for Nick Chubb. And the day went from bad to worse on the Ravens' first offensive possession. I'm not sure what's worse on the spectrum than worse, but we're getting there in a hurry.
Yeah, they're just opening up holes. Free run, second level, getting blocked. Not great angles from the secondary, getting to the running backs cutting through.
Miami Fairbairn for the extra point attempt. His kick is good. 11:33 to play, third quarter. Texans 31. Ravens 3 on the Ravens Game Day Network.
The third quarter is underway, and Club Citgo wants to remind you to get home safely. Download the Club Citgo app now and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. Club Citgo is a proud sponsor of Baltimore football on 98 Rock and WBAL.
We hope you never need us, but if you're ever injured in an accident, we'll handle everything with trusted guidance and personal attention so you can focus on what matters most, your recovery. Rice Law. Best advice, call Rice.
RiceLawMD.com.
When someone treats you like family, you remember it. That's why so many clients send their loved ones to Rice Law. Because we don't just handle cases, we take them personally. Rice Law. Best advice, call Rice.
RiceLawMD.com.
Some things never go out of style, like trust, reliability, and driving a Toyota. Take the legendary Camry, defined by comfort and performance, with a smart and efficient Corolla built to move you forward with style. Need muscle? The powerful Tundra is ready for big jobs and even bigger adventures. And the bold Tacoma, built to take on trails, highways, and everything in between. Hurry in. Offers end November 3rd. Toyota. Let's go places.
And now, more fantasy football tips from the Maryland Lottery. Ooh, a trade offer. Sure, people tend to overthink trades, but not you. Unless it snows in Atlanta.
Or that defense gives up too many points? What if this running back retires between now and Sunday? You can always trade for a whole new game by playing Ravens Scratch Offs. Get a chance to win up to $200,000 instantly or other great Ravens prizes. When fantasy gets too real, change your game to Ravens Scratch Offs. Please play responsibly.
Ravens fans, visit BaltimoreRavens.com to enter for a chance to become the Southwest Airlines captain of the game. You could win tickets to a 2025 Ravens home game, custom jersey, Southwest Airlines Rapid Rewards bonus points, and much more.
Third quarter of today's broadcast is brought to you by Safeway. Texans 31, Ravens 3. Talk about a turnaround. Last year at Christmas, the Ravens beat the Texans 31-2. Today, 11:33 left in the third quarter. It's the exact opposite. It's the Texans 31-3. And Rod, unless something changes dramatically, this could get a lot worse.
Yeah, you just hope that somewhere along the line they can find their footing. They can find their way. The coaches can call defenses that they're comfortable with. The offensive coaches can call some plays where they find success and string together
brothers were dying, some of them to suicide. And I'd found myself in another cold cemetery. And I started to wonder if I was next. It's a struggle to know that you're facing challenges, but not be ready to face them. Sleep doesn't come easy. And when it comes, it doesn't last long. You're tired all the time. I didn't reach out for that help, but thank God my wife did. She got me registered for Wounded Warrior Project. Talking to somebody that would listen to me and understood my story helped me realize that it was time to change. There's a new fight, there's a new mission, and that's something I am eternally grateful for.
See how we help warriors combat stigma at woundedwarriorproject.org/combat stigma.
When the whole world changed, Children International developed new ways to reach children and families in poverty during these vulnerable times.
I'm learning every day.
I'm healthy and strong.
To learn more, go to children.org/help today.
Third quarter of today's broadcast brought to you by Safeway. And it has been a rough third quarter, as it was a rough first and second quarter. Right now, the Texans in complete control of this game, leading 31-3. Ravens looking for their first defensive stop of the game. Texans have not brought their punter on one time today. And the offense, which had a chance at points at the end of the first half, a missed 55-yard field goal try by Tyler Loop. Second half starts with a Cooper Rush interception, and then the Ravens get stopped on 3rd down and 2, and on 4th and 2, they jump the snap count. C.J. Stroud throws on 1st down, complete out to the 48-yard line. And that is Jaden Higgins who moves the chains right out of the gates for the Texans.
Yeah, that's the same play they ran on the opening play of the game. Play action pass, reduced split by the receiver, a little in cut.
Texans open with the power I formation. And they'll give it to the deep back. That's Nick Chubb. And he churns his way forward along the left hash mark for about 3 yards. It'll be 2nd down for the Texans with 8:35 left to play in the third quarter. One of the prettiest days of the year here in Baltimore, but not one of the prettiest games. And that is the understatement of the day. These are the kind of days where Rod starts to work the snack bar really hard. Quick toss complete across midfield, and stretching forward with a 1st down is Dalton Schultz, who was brought down by Trenton Simpson and Nate Wiggins. What do you got working on the snack bar today?
We've got some candies up here already. I don't even know what they are.
Werther's Originals. A little European touch. You were in Europe last week, so look, you've already brought back the European touch.
Yeah,
I was expecting to speak with an Irish accent today after spending last week in Ireland.
I was trying, and it doesn't come out right.
Oh, Rod, you have to do it. Speak like that, lad. How was your time in Ireland? You were in Dublin, were you not?
I was freaking there.
The Irish have a way of making everything sound pleasant, even when they're cursing at you. We have a stop and play as Nate Wiggins is shaken up on the play and walks to the sideline with the Ravens medical team. He'll go into the blue injury tent. Wiggins and Trenton Simpson converging on that last tackle. Wiggins suffered an elbow injury a week ago in Kansas City. Can't tell if that's the nature of it, if he re-aggravated that, playing with a pad on his elbow. To the ground game, Woody Marks running off left tackle.
Got a flag.
Flag is down after Marks gets to the Ravens' 44-yard line. Brent Urban on the stop. Ravens have committed 6 penalties in this game. Several of them pre-snap penalties.
There is no foul for an illegal formation.
Referee Land Clark You've done a couple of European football clinics now in the last couple of years. What are you seeing from the European talent?
They have talent, and they're still getting better and learning the game itself, especially over in Ireland. So they're it's new to them, but they got some players over there that can maybe surprise, especially in the kicking game and punting game.
C.J. Stroud to throw on second down, slings it complete to the 40-yard line. That's Jaden Higgins, who drags a tackler down to the 38-yard line. It'll set up a 3rd down and 1 for the Texans. And talking about Ireland, are there any nicer people in the world than the Irish?
No, they are.
It's unbelievable how hospitable they are.
They're great people. You love to hear them speak and talk, and they bring you in, and they're so kind to you and everything that they do.
You know you're in Ireland when you ask for directions, and they don't give you the directions, they take you there. 3rd down and 1 for the Texans from the Ravens' 38-yard line. Power I formation. They give us the marks, and he's hit right at the line of scrimmage and stopped short of the 1st down. Teddy Buchanan and Travis Jones leading the way. And will we see the punt team for the first time today from Houston? No, we'll see Kaimi Fairbairn.
Yeah, that was a great job by Travis Jones, disengaging and making contact before the ball carrier gets to the 1st down marker.
Fairbairn hit from 50 and 55 in the first half. This will be a 57-yarder from the right hash mark after the defense gets a stop. A 57-yard try. Kaimi Fairbairn kick on the way, and it is good. And the Texans remain perfect, scoring on every one of their possessions so far this afternoon. 5:53 to play. 3rd quarter in Baltimore. It's the Texans 34, the Ravens 3 on the Ravens Game Day Network.
Some things never go out of style, like trust, reliability, and driving a Toyota. Take the legendary Camry, defined by comfort and performance, or the smart and efficient Corolla, built to move you forward with style. Need muscle? The powerful Tundra is ready for big jobs and even bigger adventures. And the bold Tacoma, built to take on trails, highways, and everything in between. Hurry in. Offers end November 3rd. Toyota. Let's go places.
Ravens fans, visit BaltimoreRavens.com to enter for a chance to become the Southwest Airlines captain of the game. You could win tickets to a 2025 Ravens home game, custom jersey, Southwest Airlines Rapid Rewards bonus points, and much more.
For 20 years, the Ravens have chosen MedStar Health as their medical team, trusting us to provide winning care on and off the field. We're proud to be the team behind your team. For every training camp, every game, and every playoff run, every time. So why do the Ravens and the flock trust MedStar Health? Because after 20 years together, there's nothing we can't tackle. MedStar Health, it's how we treat people.
Hey Baltimore, get ready for the Ravens season with Lido Pizza's football deal. Get a famously fresh, square 18-inch Lido pizza with 1 topping and 12 jumbo wings for only $39.99. Founded in Maryland in 1955, Lido Pizza is a proud partner of the Baltimore Ravens. Place your order online today at LidoPizza.com. That's LidoPizza.com. And remember, Lido Pizza never cuts corners. Ravens fans, visit BaltimoreRavens.com to enter for a chance to become the Southwest Airlines captain of the game. You could win tickets to a 2025 Ravens home game, custom jersey, Southwest Airlines Rapid Rewards bonus points, and much more.
Third quarter, brought to you by Safeway.
We pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to the Ravens Game Day Network.
WSBN Washington. ESPN 630, the sports capital. Your home for the Baltimore Orioles, the Baltimore Ravens, and UVA Sports.
34-3, Texans in front of the Ravens. 5:53 left to play in the third quarter. And the Ravens finally getting a 3rd down stop on defense, but Kaimi Fairbairn, who is hit from 50 and 55, puts it through the uprights from 57 yards. Fairbairn will kick off. Rasheen Ali, Keaton Mitchell await. Mitchell will get this return. Takes it from the 1. Brings it out across the 10. Gets a block at the 20. And he'll be taken down at about the 28-yard line. Cooper Rush this afternoon, 11 of 14 passing, 105 yards. Derrick Henry, 9 carries, 16 yards, averaging less than 2 yards a carry.
I would love to see Keaton Mitchell.
And a quick injury update. Injury report brought to you by the Baltimore Banner. Nate Wiggins is in concussion protocol. So an already decimated secondary just lost another player. Cooper Rush from the shotgun on first down. Swing pass to Justice Hill out of the backfield. Jukes one man at the 30. Breaks a tackle 35. And Justice Hill will get it out to the 38-yard line for an 8-yard gain to start the drive.
And that's something we thought we were going to see early, where a lot of intermediate passes, quick passes, get it to the running back in space, trying to let those guys break some tackles.
I would imagine as a player at this level, the hardest thing to do right now is every play to ignore the score.
You have to ignore the score. I mean, it's your job to go out there and keep playing until the clock goes to double zeros.
Power I formation. Derrick Henry, the deep back, will get a toss. Sweeping to the left side, cuts it inside the numbers and gets planted right at the 40-yard line. Jalen Petrie, who had the interception on the last drive, gets the big hit on Derrick Henry, but not before the Ravens get enough yardage for a first down. If you're a defensive back in the NFL, it has to be a huge point of pride to have the angle to say, you planted Derrick Henry.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen more of him stiff-arming and running people over than anybody touching Derrick Henry and Derrick Henry going down.
Cooper Rush operating from under center on 1st and 10. Ball at the Ravens 40. Off the play fake, Rush wants to throw, coming deep, near side. Looking for Zay Flowers. He's got him, and over his shoulder, the catch, grab at the 20. Bounces to his feet. He's to the 10, 5, and taken down at the 3-yard line. Kalen Bullock with a touchdown-saving tackle, but the Ravens offense with its biggest play of the afternoon.
They get in 13 personnel. They play action pass, get their playmakers, double move on the bottom with Zay Flowers. He gets behind the defender of Stingley, and outstanding catch over the outside shoulder for Flowers.
Ravens come to the line, 1st and goal at the Texans 4. Henry alone in the backfield. Double tight ends to the right. Rush gives it to the King. Henry sidesteps one tackler, plows forward to about the 2. It'll be 2nd and goal from there. On the Zay Flowers reception, Cooper Rush threw it to the outside of Flowers' shoulder. Flowers was expecting on the inside. If the ball comes to the inside, it's a walk-in touchdown.
Yes.
Zay Flowers had to do a Willie Mays to look over his shoulder and find that ball. Made the catch, lost his footing as he did, bounced back up and extended the ball down inside the 5. 2nd and goal. Cooper Rush loses his footing and falls down back of the 7-yard line.
It's a flag.
But a penalty flag is down at the line of scrimmage, and it's going to be offside on the Texans.
Offside. Defense number 51 was lined up in the neutral zone. Half the distance to the goal. 2nd down.
And that salvages an ugly play where Cooper Rush got his feet tangled up with one of the offensive linemen. And instead of losing yardage, the Ravens now face 2nd and goal from the 1. Offset I formation. Mitchell Payton in front of Henry. Cooper Rush gives it to Henry. Straight ahead, puts his helmet down. Churning, 2nd effort, stretches the ball across the line. Touchdown, Derrick Henry. And for the first time today, the Ravens are in the end zone. Now that was effort.
I mean, he got stopped at the 1. He just kept turning his feet. Got a little push by Voorhees, and the ball goes right over the goal line. .110 career rushing touchdowns All right, Derrick Henry ties Walter Payton for the 5th most in the history of the league.
And Tyler Loop's extra point attempt is good. So the Ravens in the end zone. Derrick Henry taking one more step up on the ladder in the all-time record book, and the Ravens get their first touchdown of the afternoon. 2:41 to play, third quarter. Texans 34, Ravens 10 on the Ravens game day.
Do you or someone you know suffer from macular degeneration or other vision-related issues? Low vision specialists of Maryland and Virginia are here to help. Led by Dr. Thomas Asman since 1975, Low Vision Specialists design special glasses to give you back the gift of sight when traditional glasses can no longer help. They've helped so many people. People like Glenda.
When I lost my vision, my day-to-day life ground to a halt. But when I discovered Low Vision Specialists, I really regained my independence. The biggest joy was that with these glasses, I can drive again.
Call the doctors at Low Vision Specialists of Maryland and Virginia today at 301-321-7008. That's 301-321-7008. If they can help, there's no fee for you. Call 301-321-7008 or visit lowvisionmd.org. Air traffic controllers guide tens of thousands of flights every day, getting passengers and cargo to their destination safely. Aviation professionals always answer the call, but they can't do it alone. We must invest in modern equipment, facilities, and controller staffing. NATCA, we guide you home.
Happy kids heal faster. That's why Starlight Children's Foundation is dedicated to improving the mental well-being of sick kids, regardless of their illness or injury. When a child is hospitalized, the happiness of childhood feels out of reach. But that's where Starlight comes in. We provide entertainment through our gaming stations, comfort with our specially designed hospital gowns, play with our toy deliveries, and distraction through our virtual reality headsets. Starlight programs are what happiness is made of. The things that make being a kid special. The simple power of a smile. Delivered to over 800 hospitals across the country, can make a lifetime of difference for sick kids. Learn more at starlight.org.
Well, Derrick Henry's touchdown makes it a 24-point Texan lead. 2:41 to play, third quarter. Houston 34, Ravens 10. Rod, is it my imagination, or has this quarter lasted longer than the 80s?
I looked up and I said, man, it's still 2:41 left in the third quarter?
I feel like bell bottoms are going to be back in style by the end of this quarter.
Oh, they're already back, aren't
there
they?
It is. I told you it's going on forever. Tyler Loop will kick. And this one will sail into the end zone for a touchback. But it'll put the ball at the 35-yard line for the Texans. Well, this season, for every Ravens touchdown, Baltimore area Toyota dealers donate $500 to Kennedy Krieger. That Derrick Henry touchdown is another $500 for Kennedy Krieger from Toyota. Well, as the Ravens look to make some kind of progress here, the first progress you have to see is the continued effort. There was just no energy in the first half. On the last drive, the defense came up with the biggest third down stop of the day. Look, I'm not being Pollyannish here. It would take a miracle to come back and win this game, but you can't let these kind of games sink your season.
No, you cannot. But you want to see the guys have more juice on the field where they're still excited for each other and for playing with their brothers.
Nick Chubb with the carry. He'll get about 4 on first down. 2nd and 6 coming up. So far this season, the Ravens gave up 41 points to the Bills. They held the Browns to 17. They gave up 38 to the Lions, 37 to the Chiefs, and here in the third quarter, they've given up 34 to the Texans. You do not have to know how to build algorithms to see the trend emerging there. It's just too many points, too often, too consistent.
Absolutely, and that was with the starters, with your guys.
C.J. Stroud will throw. Blitz pressure coming. He sidesteps a sack from Tavius Robinson, but he's pulled down and sacked by Trenton Simpson back at the 30-yard line. And the Ravens get their second sack of the afternoon.
bring a little pressure. Trenton Simpson was coming off the left edge. Got blocked. Robinson went by him, C.J. Stroud, and Simpson disengaged his guy and got to the side.
Another sack for Science, powered by Constellation. It puts the Texans into a 3rd and 15. Can the Ravens force Houston to punt for the first time today? Christian Kirk comes in motion. Stroud throws, complete over the middle, and it's going to be close to a first down. Just shy is Nico Collins by about a yard at the 44-yard line. And the Texans are going to go for it on 4th down and 1. 3rd and 15, and the Texans get 14 yards and set up a 4th down and 1. Now, the Ravens defense has struggled on 4th down the last couple of weeks.
I mean, Nico Collins is plus 4 split outside the numbers, and the corner, Alexander, is still outside of him.
Power I formation, gives to the up back, and he's got the first down. British Brooks on a straight dive gets the ball out to midfield. And the Texans continue to avoid having to call for the punt team. Unbelievable. 3rd and 15, and the Ravens can't force the Texans to punt. And that is going to bring us to the end of the 3rd quarter, the longest quarter known to man. I had brown hair when this quarter started. I'm a gray-haired man right now. 3 quarters in the books, and it's an ugly read this afternoon. Texans 34, Ravens 10 on the Ravens Game Day Network.
Ravens fans, visit BaltimoreRavens.com to enter for a chance to become the Southwest Airlines captain of the game. You could win tickets to a 2025 Ravens home game, custom jersey, Southwest Airlines Rapid Rewards bonus points, and much more. Ravens fans, SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Ravens flock and here to help you experience all the action this season. SeatGeek makes it easy to find the perfect seats to the perfect game, so you can be a part of all the touchdown celebrations and momentum-shifting takeaways this season. Whether you're getting tickets to Ravens games or to any other live event in Baltimore, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Baltimore Ravens. SeatGeek.
America has an undeniable, unstoppable energy. At Constellation, our energy matches yours. We're generating electricity 24/7 with hydro, wind, solar, and the nation's largest carbon-free nuclear fleet. Enough clean energy to power 15 million homes today, and a commitment to helping you build a brighter tomorrow. Power on, America. Learn more at constellationenergy.com/poweron.
For 20 years, the Ravens have chosen MedStar Health as their medical team, trusting us to provide winning care on and off the field. We're proud to be the team behind your team for every training camp, every game, and every playoff run, every time. So why do the Ravens and the flock trust MedStar Health? Because after 20 years together, there's nothing we can't tackle. MedStar Health. It's how we treat people.
Ravens fans, visit BaltimoreRavens.com to enter for a chance to become the Southwest Airlines captain of the game. You could win tickets to a 2025 Ravens home game, custom jersey, Southwest Airlines Rapid Rewards bonus points, and much more.
Fourth quarter, brought to you by Toyota.
And the 4th quarter begins with the Ravens trailing the the Texans. Might as well be anybody at this point. It could be the Titans.
They start with a T.
34-10, Texans in front of the Ravens. Texans beat the Titans last weekend. It was a 6-0 game going into the 4th quarter. And then the Texans pulled away, winning 26-0. And they have not slowed down with their momentum. Today, the Texans have not punted once through the first 3 quarters. Every possession has ended in points. We start the 4th quarter, ball at midfield. Houston working from our left to right. Stroud under center. Off the play fake, he rolls to the right. Sets his feet, lofts it, far side of the field. He's got a man wide open at the 10. Christian Kirk makes a catch, and he's down to the 3-yard line. A late flag on the play after the tackle by Malachi Starks.
Yeah, throwback. Kirk acted like he was going to run a 7-cut, went back across the field C.J. Stroud rolled out to the right, threw it all the way back to the left side of the field.
A 47-yard gain.
Personal foul, face mask, defense number 24. Half the distance to the goal, first down.
Malachi Starks made the tackle. He also committed the penalty, and now the Texans have it first and goal at the Ravens 2. With 14:50 left to play in the game.
Yeah, and it's, Malachi Starks is going to be a really good safety. He has to make sure he just doesn't overrun his position on the field.
And Nick Chubb on first and goal will lose 2 yards, trying to sweep to the right. Trenton Simpson came blasting in from the inside linebacker spot and makes the tackle in the backfield, pushing the Texans back to the 4-yard line where it will be second and goal.
Yeah, you want to see the pride swell up with the Ravens saying, okay, enough's enough. No more touchdowns. They're in field goal range, but we cannot let them into the end zone.
Ball on the right hash mark. C.J. Stroud steps back into the shotgun. That's Woody Marks with him in the backfield. 3 receivers to the left. Quick toss, fake, throws to the right side, and that's Knoll in for the touchdown. Jalen Knoll was wide open on the near side flat. It wasn't a good throw, but he was so far open that after he caught the ball, had to regain his balance, still had time to walk in for the touchdown.
Okay, what they call that, so he's going in motion. It's a cut behind the line of scrimmage, so the receiver is going behind the line of scrimmage. But that's where the safety in the corner should be talking, where the safety can take him and the corner replaces him. But if you want Wiggins to chase him all the way across the field, you're in a bad position.
And for the Texans this afternoon, that is 7 possessions, 7 scores. Extra point attempt is good. 13:48 left to play in the ball game. Houston 41, Ravens 10 on the Ravens Game Day Network.
Football is here. The snacks are out, the games are on, and your lucky jersey remains unwashed. But it's just not football season until you've played Ravens scratch-offs from the Maryland Lottery. Play now for a chance to win up to $200,000 instantly. You can also enter non-winning tickets into second chance drawings for chances to win $10,000, season tickets for 20 years, or a trip for 2 to Cincinnati for an away game. Kick off some fun with the Ravens scratch-offs. Please play responsibly.
You're not just a homeowner. You're also a bug in the basement with the frightening number of legs owner. Fortunately, you've got heating and cooling built and tested to keep going. American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, built to a higher standard.
Visit MidAtlanticComfort.com and bring home a new American Standard heating and cooling unit, rated the highest in customer satisfaction year after year. Built to a higher standard, American Standard Heating and Cooling, and MidAtlanticComfort.com. That's MidAtlanticComfort.com.
When the Ravens take the field, Baltimore stands united. And just like your favorite team, APG Federal Credit Union is built on trust, teamwork, and hometown pride. Whether you're saving for season tickets or tackling your next big goal, APG Federal Credit Union has your back with great rates, local service, and a game plan for your financial future. Join the team that's proud to cheer for the Ravens and proud to serve you. APG Federal Credit Union, serving Baltimore City and Baltimore, Harford, and Cecil counties. Federally insured by NCUA.
It's finally football season, Ravens fans, and that means it's fall pest season too. Do me a favor, connect with the official pest control sponsor of the Baltimore Ravens, PMSI, for all your pest control needs. PMSI's tenured technicians are trained at removing and preventing all pests, including termites, bed bugs, mice, mosquitoes, wildlife, and more. Visit mypmsi.com or call 410-496-4154 to intercept those pests. PMSI, the official pest control partner of the Baltimore Ravens.
13:48 left to play in the ball game, and the Texans extend their lead 41-10 in front of the Ravens. 7 possessions, 7 scores, for the Houston Texans.
Wow.
C.J. Stroud, before today, was 0-3 against the Ravens and had never thrown or run for a touchdown pass against the Ravens. Today, 240 yards passing, 4 touchdown passes.
He was 0-3, and they kept those teams to under about 7-point average.
Yeah. Well, guess what? The average caught up with him. Texans 0-8 in Baltimore before today. That trend's not going to continue. Kick will be returned by Keaton Mitchell across the 10. 15, 20, hesitates. Flag is down as Mitchell is taken down at the 17-yard line. Preliminary signal is it's against the Ravens.
During the return, holding, receiving team number 88, 10-yard penalty, first down, Baltimore.
So as if it wasn't bad enough that the return didn't even get to the 20-yard line, now you get backed up, so you'll have terrible field position to start a drive trailing by 31 points in the fourth quarter.
I would like to see them. I mean, they're been very consistent on offense, but you would like to see if they go no huddle, it can slow everything down for the Houston Texans defense and just take the advantage goes to the offense, hopefully.
I can't think of one area in this game where the Ravens have had the advantage.
No, it's been an uphill battle for the Ravens throughout this whole contest.
Cooper Rush starts the drive with the shotgun. Derrick Henry to his right. Zay Flowers comes in motion. Ravens working from our right to left. Rush to throw on first down. Quick release. Set of pull down by Zay Flowers. And he's out to the 17-yard line. He'll be just shy by inches of picking up a first down.
Oh, that same type of play. And then you send Bateman on a deep over.
Here's a formation, Ron, I know you've been wanting to see more of. 2 backs, Keaton Mitchell and Derrick Henry in the backfield. Mitchell will set to the left side of the line. Now he goes in motion and sets in the right slot. Comes back in motion to the left. Cooper Rush sends him in motion again. Hands it to Keaton Mitchell on the jet sweep. Breaks 1 tackle, but will only get out to the 19-yard line for a 1-yard gain before he is brought down by Azeez Al-Shaair.
They get the first down. You put him in that situation, but then you can also use him in passing situations because he's going to be faster and quicker than all the linebackers are going to face him.
Fourth quarter of today's broadcast brought to you by Toyota. Get you caught up with some other 1 o'clock game scores that have gone to the fourth quarter after this play. Fresh set of downs, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, quick toss, bobbled, and intercepted. Mark Andrews bobbled it twice, it popped up in the air. Jalen Petrie has the pick, returns it to the 25-yard line, and is taken down at the 20 by Mark Andrews. Andrews couldn't catch it cleanly, tried to double catch it, popped the ball up into the air, and Jalen Petrie has his 2nd interception of the game. Texans ball when we get back. 12:10 left to play. Houston 41. Ravens 10. On the Ravens Game Day Network.
Hey, Ravens flock, we've got a deal that will make you flock to your nearest McDonald's. If our opponent misses a field goal during any home or away game, then you get a free-piece Chicken McNuggets with minimum $1 purchase the next day on the McDonald's app. And if our opponent misses 2 field goals, you'll be upgraded to a free 10-piece. What's good for the Ravens is good for the flock. Download the McDonald's app to redeem this deal. And that's not all. Earn free food when you order through the app. Offer valid at participating McDonald's. Valid 1 time per day. Visit McDonald's app for details.
America has an undeniable, unstoppable energy. At Constellation, our energy matches yours. We're generating electricity 24/7 with hydro, wind, solar, and the nation's largest carbon-free nuclear fleet. Enough clean energy to power 15 million homes today, and a commitment to helping you build a brighter tomorrow. Power on, America. Learn more at constellationenergy.com/poweron.
Some things never go out of style, like trust, reliability, and driving a Toyota. Take the legendary Camry, defined by comfort and performance, or the smart and efficient Corolla, built to move you forward with style. Need muscle? The powerful Tundra is ready for big jobs and even bigger adventures. And the bold Tacoma, built to take on trails, highways, and everything in between. Hurry in. Offers end November 3rd. Toyota, let's go places.
This Ravens season, get in the game at Safeway and enter their Flock In and Win sweepstakes for your chance to win Ravens tickets, autographed jerseys, helmets, or more. Plus, save 5% on your in-store shopping order of $20 or more when you shop in your Ravens gear on game day. And don't miss the football items of the week. Utz potato chips, pretzels, cheese curls, and Zapp's kettle chips. All $1.99 when you buy 3. Safeway, the official supermarket of the Baltimore Ravens.
Fourth quarter, brought to you by Toyota.
12:10 left to play at M&T Bank Stadium. Texans lead at 41-10, and now they have the ball at the Ravens' 21-yard line after Jalen Petre's second interception of the game. Cooper Rush threw that ball low. Mark Andrews tried to dig it before it hit the turf. And the ball, after he juggled it, he then made a second effort. It popped up out of his hands, right into the hands of Jalen Petre.
Well, as it popped up, he got hit. The ball hit the shoulder pad of one of the other defenders and popped right into Petre.
It has been that kind of a day and more. C.J. Stroud has 4 touchdown throws so far in this game. The Texans have scored on all 7 of their possessions. Inside handoff, Nick Chubb. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage, running between the hash marks. No gain. 2nd down and 10. Third downs have been a killer for the Ravens in this game. Texans have converted 5 of 8, but they've converted on 3rd and 15. They scored a touchdown on 3rd and 10.
Yeah, what I would like to see from the defense is just them challenging themselves in each call and making them playing their best football, each individual player collectively.
C.J. Stroud wants to throw. Has time in the pocket. Now he's flushed. Rush throws the ball near sideline. Caught by Nico Collins. A leaping grab. And they're going to spot him down at the 16-yard line. It looked like Stroud was just trying to throw the ball out of bounds. He was under duress. And Nico Collins comes up with a catch.
He came back. He kept coming back for the football. Nate Wiggins came back to assist on that tackle.
David Ajabo applying the pressure. It's 3rd down and 5 for the Texans from the Ravens 16. Texans back in the Old Bay red zone. Stroud strings 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Takes the snap. Blitz pressure coming. Stroud lobs it incomplete at the 10-yard line. Good pass rush pressure coming from Kyle Van Noy. And the defense will hold the Texans to a field goal try with 10:34 left in the game.
They forgot to block Kyle Van Noy once again.
Kaimi Fairbairn has hit from 50, 55, and 57. This will be a chip shot for Fairbairn from 34. Fairbairn's kick is up, and it is good. 10:30 left to play here in Week 5. It's the Texans 44, the Ravens 10 on the Ravens Game Day Network.
At Average Al's Furniture Warehouse, our sofas have cushions, our tables have 4 legs, our recliners recline. So come on by for a perfectly average experience.
Cumulus Digital doesn't stop at average. We work with more than 4,000 local businesses every month, delivering campaigns that beat industry averages by over 25%, driving real, measurable growth. You're not average. Your results shouldn't be either. Visit cumulusdigital.com to start outperforming today.
I'm Tiffany Haddish.
And I'm Marlon Wayans.
African Americans are 3 times more likely to be diagnosed with pancreatic cancer than any other racial or ethnic group.
When you or someone you love is facing a pancreatic cancer diagnosis, access to cutting-edge treatment can help make long-term survival possible and improve future patient outcomes.
That's why Stand Up to Cancer and the Lustgarten Foundation have teamed up to bring over 30 pancreatic cancer clinical trials to those who need them.
Learning all you can about pancreatic cancer, including treatment options and what clinical trials are available, can give you or a loved one even more than hope. It can help make long-term survival possible.
For more information about the latest pancreatic cancer research and clinical trials near you, visit pancreaticcancercollective.org.
One smile is great, but one smile in a community of smiles is so much better. Smile Train celebrates the cleft lip and palate community by empowering medical professionals in over 70 countries to perform essential cleft care in their local communities. Learn how Smile Train is helping the cleft lip and palate community at smiletrain.org/learn. Smile Train, changing the world one smile at a time.
When you're high, you feel different. But if you feel different, you drive different. So don't drive high. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
$10:30 left to play, fourth quarter in Baltimore. The Texans lead it 44-10 in front of the Ravens. Fourth quarter of today's broadcast brought to you by Toyota. Derrick Henry with his touchdown, the Ravens' lone touchdown in this game, as Rod pointed out, has now tied the great Walter Payton on the all-time rushing touchdown list. Tied for fifth with 110 career rushing touchdowns. Derrick Henry is our player profile, brought to you by Autumn Lake Healthcare. Feel bad for Derrick Henry that such a significant milestone comes on a day when he's not going to want to talk about that. Amy Fairbairn will kick this one into the end zone and out of the end zone. So the Ravens will get the ball at the 35-yard line.
But when they can mention your name with sweetness, Walter Payton, you've had a really good career.
I mean, you talk about keeping big-time company. Derrick Henry, now fifth all-time with Walter Payton, Emmitt Smith, LaDainian Tomlinson, Marcus Allen, and Adrian Peterson. Peterson is 10 touchdowns ahead of Derrick Henry. Outside shot, he could catch him this year. Marcus Allen, 13 ahead. Derrick Henry, the lone back. Cooper Rush stays at quarterback. The Ravens start to drive at their 35. Gives to Henry, right side. He is just stacked up at the line. Absolutely nothing there. Derrick Henry has not had much in the way of a running lane all afternoon.
Now, they have struggled to create lanes for Derrick Henry, but normally Derrick can get outside and to make some things on his own. And we haven't seen any up-tempo with the offense in any capacity throughout the game.
Justice Hill now checks in as Derrick Henry checks out on 2nd down and 10. Cooper Rush takes the snap, delayed handoff. Justice Hill scrambles forward to about the 38-yard line. It'll be 3rd down for the Ravens.
Because if you go up-tempo, they can't substitute their front four on defense. And that's what they've been doing. They've been substituting every 2 to 3 plays up front on defense, especially the defensive front, and making it a little bit more difficult for the offensive linemen to find those lanes for Derrick Henry or Justice Hill.
On 3rd down and 7, Cooper Rush out of the shotgun, sends Isaiah Likely in motion. Takes the snap. Texans rush 4. Pass deflected and knocked down.
Yeah. We're very glad that ball got knocked down.
And here comes Jordan Stout and the punt team again. Well, unless Derrick Henry is able to break a long run late in this game, he's going to go 4 straight games with 50 yards rushing or less. The last time that happened was 2016 in his rookie year. Jordan Stout will punt. Jalen Knoll is deep at the 15 for the Houston Texans. Sidewinder punt. Knoll signals fair catch and makes it, falling to the turf at the Houston 15-yard line. All right, some scores from the early games around the league in the NFL. Miami, all fourth quarter scores, leads Carolina 17-13. Indy putting it to Vegas 40-6. So yes, it technically could be a little bit worse. New Orleans is leading the Giants 26-14. The Saints going for their first win of the year. Dallas keeping the Jets scoreless, leading the Jets 30-6 in the fourth quarter. Philadelphia trying to stay undefeated, leads Denver 17-10 with 13 minutes and change left to play at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia. Here at M&T Bank Stadium, it has been all Texans from the start. They scored first, and they have scored often. 8 possessions for Houston, 8 scores for Houston. They lead it 44-10. And a quarterback change for the Texans as Davis Mills will check in. He'll hand it off. Running play will net about 2 yards for Dameon Pierce. Fourth-year running back out of Florida. Davis Mills has started 26 games in his career with the Texans. But since the arrival of C.J. Stroud 3 years ago, he has been relegated to the bench. Flag on that last play.
Holding. Defense, number 91. 5-yard penalty with an automatic first down.
Give the kid a break. It's C.J. Okoye.
But I don't even know if you get. How can you even see the holding unless he's on the far side? Because that scrum, you can't see where anybody's hands are at.
If there's one group of people I am not going to criticize today, it's the officials. There have been games that we've done broadcasts for where you really knew the officials incidentally, accidentally influenced the outcome. Not the case today.
Well, he definitely didn't help the outcome.
8:30. Dameon Pierce will carry left side, and he's hit by C.J. Okoye in the backfield. He slows him down, and Pierce scrambles to get a maybe yard on the play, set up a second down and 9 for the Texans.
Yeah, see, Okoye, his quickness inside, he's still learning how to play the game. And I think once he really gets it, he's going to be a force inside.
He's a mammoth individual. 6'6", 370 pounds. His college is alma mater. Rod, any guess where he went to college?
I do not know.
Did not go to college. Second down pass over the middle, incomplete to Knoll. Didn't go to college. He's from Nigeria. He went to a football camp that was sponsored by former Giant O.C. Umenyiora, and he played offensive tackle.
Offensive tackle.
Wasn't a very good offensive tackle, but somebody noticed that he was really athletic, so he got an invite to the NFL's international camp. Again, they saw how athletic he was. They moved him to defensive line. He got an invite to the NFL International Combine. From there, signed on the practice squad with the LA Chargers, and from there he became a Baltimore Raven. Here's Mills, hit as he throws, and it sails incomplete. Good thing, because his tight end was wide open at the 34-yard line.
Wow, he was wide open.
And for the very first time today, the punt team comes on for the Texans. We knew they had a punter on their roster. Where have you been, Tommy Townsend? Tommy Townsend has spent most of the day just looking for crab cakes. He's had absolutely nothing to do. He's been in Fells Point just checking out places for crab cakes and oysters. And now he trots on to punt for the first time. LeJonte Wester awaits back at the Ravens 25. A booming punt. Wester backs up to the 17. Fields it cleanly. Starts to the right. Weaves back to the left. Crosses the 30. And is taken down at the 33-yard line. All right, Rod. Are you crabs, steamed crabs, or crab cakes?
Steamed crabs.
Really? The older I get, the more I go crab cakes.
Because it's easier. It's already there.
That's crab cakes.
Yeah, crab cakes. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying, because you're older. I mean, I'm not as old as you.
Good point. Very good point.
Even though I am, 3 years older than you or something like that?
We were the same age when the broadcast started, but I feel like I've aged a good decade or two on you throughout the course of this. Derrick Henry in the backfield. Cooper Rush under center. 1st and 10 Ravens at their 33. Give us to Henry. Left side. Got a bit of a hole. Works his way out to the 40-yard line. He'll get 7-8 yards on first down.
I would still like to see them go tempo. Just to give Cooper Rush the practice if it ever came to fruition late in the year.
Like just a 2-minute drill?
Yeah, 2-minute drill. Just to get him into it. Where if he had to get to it in a critical moment in the game because something happened to Lamar later in the year, he would have had some practice at it.
So you can try to get something positive out of this afternoon other than a conversation about crab cakes. Pistol formation. Give us to Henry. Starts to the right. Cuts back along the right hash mark. It'll pick up a first down out to the 45-yard line. That was 6:43 left to play. The Ravens will get a fresh set of downs. All right, now with crab cakes, are you a crab cake sandwich guy or crab cake platter?
I am not either.
Really?
Yeah.
How do you like your crab cakes? How else can you have them?
I'm just going to eat regular crab cakes. So wait, so you're saying a crab cake?
A crab cake platter is just the crab cake on the plate.
Oh yes, it's a platter.
No sandwich.
Just a platter, no sandwich. I don't know if I've ever had a sandwich.
The crab cake sandwich is great.
What?
Cooper Rush going deep, far sideline, and it is intercepted inside the 20-yard line as Kamari Lassiter comes down with the Texans' 3rd takeaway of the afternoon. So just as the Ravens offense starts to get a little something going, Rashad Bateman was the target, and Bateman gave up on the ball.
He quit.
That is absolutely...
He quit on the ball.
Something you cannot do. I don't know if he didn't see the ball was coming his way, but whatever. He took his foot off the gas. If he stays at 100% on that play, he probably has a good reception in a big game.
Yeah, he could have stepped in front of the defender.
But you can never make mistakes of effort. You're going to make mistakes in this league. That's
but
human
never
nature.
effort.
But never effort. You cannot have effort mistakes. That was an effort mistake. So Davis Mills now quarterback for a second drive for the Texans. He'll hand it off. And Damon Pierce on the straight dive pushes the pile forward to the 20-yard line.
I want to finish this crab. So is it Wonder Bread crab cake? Like you
Yeah, it's
put it
kind
on
of
Wonder Bread or
a potato. Think of a potato roll is really what it's ideal on. And then a lettuce and tomato. And then the only question becomes, are you a cocktail sauce guy or are you a white sauce guy, a tartar sauce guy?
No sauce.
No sauce?
No, and no potato bread or whatever.
Oh, it's got to be potato bread, a good slice of a Jersey tomato, lettuce, and then I tend on a sandwich, I'll go tartar sauce. On a platter, I'll go cocktail sauce. Davis Mills rollout, pass complete out to the 40-yard line. And coming down with his first catch of the day is Texans backup tight end Brendan Bates. 5:10 left to play in the ball game, and I won't lie, I suddenly have an overwhelming desire for crab cakes. Well, there'll be some tough questions to answer, obviously, for the Ravens after this game. Another defensive collapse. A 4th game where the defense has given up more than 37 points. And 3 turnovers by the offense. Dameon Pierce with the carry in between the hash marks. Ravens will stop him after no gain on the play. Ravens are going to fall to 1-4 for the first time since 2015. They have the LA Rams coming to town next weekend.
They have a good team. They had a good young defense.
And the Rams are coming off of a rest, having played on Thursday Night Football this week. They got upset, but they come to town off of a mini-bye after a Thursday game. And then the Ravens have the bye week. Off the play fake, Davis Mills rolls to the right. He's got room to run if he wants. He'll tuck and slide down at the 45-yard line. We'll set up a 3rd down and 4 for the Texans with 3:45 left to play. Only the few, the proud, the really diehards continue on with us here at M&T Bank Stadium. Far side of the field, you see a lot of people in red shirts. Either that's a huge, safe security staff, or those would be Texans fans. Houston Texans have waited a long time to win here in Baltimore. 0-8 before today. They are making up for it this afternoon. Davis Mills throws complete, and that's going to be good for a Houston first down right at midfield. And that should give the Texans just about everything they need to run this one to the 2-minute warning and then beyond. The outcome of this game was settled long ago.
Yeah, the team just came out defensively, could not slow down Houston, and offensively they could just never find their bearing and their footing in the running game to help their passing game.
Texans opened up with a 10-play touchdown drive. They scored on their first 8 possessions of the game. Davis Mills will hand off. Damian Pierce gets thumped right at the line of scrimmage. Trenton Simpson makes the stop. Trenton Simpson's been all over the field this afternoon.
He's made some plays for him.
Teddy Buchanan, the leading tackler today with a career-high 14 tackles. That's tackle number 9 for Trenton Simpson. And that'll bring us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play here in Week 5. It's the Texans 44, Ravens 10 on the Ravens Game Day Network.
Sports Centers all day and night on ESPN 630 are brought to you by NATCA, the National Air Traffic Controllers Association. They guide you home safely. For more info, visit them at natca.org. That's natca.org.
Between business life, social life, and her best bud Loki, Beverly has a lot to focus on, especially while fighting Stargardt, a blinding retinal disease that starts during childhood and gets worse over time. But despite her vision loss, she's hopeful because she knows she's not fighting alone. For 50 years, the Foundation Fighting Blindness has funded research into treatments and cures for blinding diseases, providing real hope to those fighting vision loss. And our nationwide community of local chapters provides networking and support for people with vision loss, as well as their loved ones. Because the best way to fight against blinding diseases is to fight together. And for Beverly, winning the fight means focusing on what's closest to her. The Foundation Fighting Blindness. Together, we're winning. Learn more about how you can help us end blinding diseases at fightingblindness.org.
My son Finn was born with congenital heart disease, causing him to spend the first 8 months of his life in the hospital. During that time, he endured 10 surgeries, including an open heart surgery. Starlight Children's Foundation has played an important role in my family's life. For 5 weeks when he was a baby, Finn lived in a Starlight Hero wagon. You could not understand the pure joy of having him go from a hospital bed into his favorite red wagon, especially when he was so little. The support that Starlight provides to families like mine is an integral part of creating happiness at a time when there's very little to be found. Learn more about how the Starlight Children's Foundation brightens the lives of sick kids by visiting starlight.org today.
When you're high, you feel different. But if you feel different, you drive different. So don't drive high. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Final 2 minutes here in Week 5 with the Texans way out in front, 44-10 in front of the Ravens. Cooper Rush in his first start as a Raven, 14 of 20, 179 yards, 3 interceptions. So one of the questions John Harbaugh will field both today and throughout the week is, will he look to Tyler Huntley possibly next week when the Ravens host the Rams? In looking up some interesting things on Cooper Rush, I noticed that on Madden, Cooper Rush has a quarterback rating on Madden of 68. His quarterback rating today, 58. Madden's fairly accurate, it turns out.
So Madden does know what he's talking about.
Apparently so. Davis Mills gets it to Knoll on the jet sweep. Knoll gets to the Ravens' 45-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 4. Lamar Jackson, of course, on Madden has a perfect 99 rating. But the Ravens have bigger problems than just quarterback. If this was just Lamar's out and Cooper Rush is in, this is a Pandora's box of issues right now. You have a defense that cannot stop anybody all day long. An offensive run game that has just lost its way. And Lamar is on the sideline with a hamstring injury. Here's Dameon Pierce, rushes for the first down, gets to the 35-yard line. And that is going to do it because the Texans can now just take a knee and end this game.
Yeah, I guess the question is, how committed to Cooper Rush are you, comparable to giving Huntley an opportunity to make some plays with his legs?
That's
now
the big thing.
They can run the same similar offense.
Lamar-like.
Right.
With Cooper Rush, you can't run the read option.
No.
And so if you're on the defense, you're an edge rusher. You can crash right down on Derrick Henry.
You're always hitting a running back.
And that's what we saw today. So that's just a consideration. With Tyler Huntley, you can run the read option. You have a quarterback who can stretch and make a defense pay for overcommitting to Derrick Henry.
Yes.
That's a topic that's going to come up in the postgame interview with John Harbaugh. Highly doubt he will address that today.
Yeah.
But, as a coaching staff, you have to at least look at it.
What's best for your football team.
Right.
Not what's best for Cooper Rush.
Texans have to take one more snap, and then they will take off for home with their second win of the year. The Ravens are going to fall to 1-4 for the first time in a decade. With Lamar Jackson on the sideline, and that will do it. The final snap. And a game with a final score. Texans 44, Ravens 10. And this game was every bit as lopsided as that score would indicate. Houston Texans scoring on their first 8 possessions today. They didn't have to punt until they brought in their backup quarterback, Davis Mills, in late in the game. Ravens backup quarterback, Cooper Rush, 3 interceptions today. Not all his fault. I'm going to point that out. Not all his fault. That last one to Rashad Bateman, there's a lot of shared blame that's going to go around in that locker room. And I don't think you even bother looking for a positive spin on this. I will say this outcome is way bigger than one player or 2 players being absent.
Absolutely. And I think this should really put a sour taste in your mouth as a player, that you will want to come out no matter who's your quarterback, no matter what kind of defense or offensive plays they call, that you will want to go out there and play way better to represent who you are as an individual and who you are collectively as a Baltimore Raven.
And who they are today is the team on the short end of a blowout final score. Houston 44, Ravens 10 on the Ravens game day.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm. A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, their award-winning tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Find the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief today for a free consultation.
Call 800-410-6744. 800-410-6744. 800-410-6744.
Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
The thought of my sons growing up without me inspired me to quit smoking.
I talked to my doctors, and then I threw away all my cigarettes, ashtrays, and lighters.
I started exercising instead of smoking.
Getting support from friends online kept me on track.
Staying away from alcohol when I was first quitting was key.
Instead of smoking after I ate, I'd get up and take a walk.
I missed having a cigarette in my hand, so I'd hold a pen or a straw, anything.
Until I knew